Took me a second to realize what Kyle was doing.
Yeah, it did. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dragon's Brew D&D. I am Dragons Are Cats, and tonight we're going to be playing a wonderful game of Dungeons and Dragons. I'd like to let everyone know that we run this game 100% for charity. This month, in February, we are supporting Beyond Blue, where they try to equip everyone with the knowledge and skills to protect their own mental health. They give people the confidence to support those around them and making anxiety, depression, and suicide part of everyday conversations. As well as tackling stigma, prejudice, and discrimination, they are breaking down the barriers that prevent people from... wow, I screwed that up. That prevent people from speaking up and reaching out. That's really weird. I wrote a spiel. It was horrible. For more information about Beyond Blue, you can scroll down into the description. But I also want you to know that your kind and charitable donations, if you can help, also help out our players. Such as if you donate $1, you can give a player a D10 healing dice. $2 gives a player an advantage. $5 gives a player a natural 20. And $25 gives a player a wondrous uncommon item from our wonderful list. With us tonight are our players. I'd like to introduce Joygasm, who is playing. Who are you playing tonight, Joygasm?
I
Muted.
am playing.
Yep.
No, I
You got it.
All right,
who do we
take
have
two.
here? We have
Correct.
Belvin.
All right.
In the stream.
Let's try again. In the stream. Try again. My bad.
Hi, everyone.
We have Sandstorm, Desert, Legend. I am a Tabaxi rogue, and I am the adoptive brother of Belvin that is also playing this campaign that also interrupted me earlier.
Just brother.
I have a pretty fucked up history. My real parents, got burnt alive by a dragon, the dragon that we want to kill, and Belvin's dad saved me, protected me, and raised me. And now we're on the quest together, brotherly love, and my friends. The end.
Speaking of brothers, I'd like to introduce Curfew 777 playing Belvin. Tell us about yourself. What about Belvin?
I'm playing Belvin, the human paladin, on the path of vengeance. Brought upon after his hometown, Greenus, got attacked by a dragon, burnt to the ground, and during that raid, his mother got killed by a dragonborn. Just adventuring to stop the cultists who brought that upon Greenest, and I think we're getting pretty close.
Now, continuing on, we have our Probod, the myth, the legend, finally here with us tonight. I probably said that wrong, didn't I?
No, you said
Purple?
it
That's
exactly right.
correct.
It's exactly right.
It's something he didn't
See
realize
this
at the time.
pod.
Probod.
I wouldn't want to blow out the camera by taking my shirt off.
Playing tonight, Ikram. Tell us a little about Ikram, who he is and what he does, and how's he.
He's a druid who likes turning into animals. And when he was younger, he saved a little tiefling from a bunch of bad people, and then he decided to raise him and feed him bark and all those good proteins.
Still traumatized from the bark.
So, yeah.
All right, and speaking of the young little tieflings, we have Boneweaver.
Hi, I'm Luke. I'm playing Casimir, the Tiefling Wizard. So yeah, Ikram picked him up as a child. He rescued him because he was a captive and slave of the Cult of the Dragon. Ikram found him in the arms of his dead mother. And felt sorry for him and raised him as his own son. Very noble of him.
Because he's a good bloke.
He's a pretty good bloke.
Yeah. We won't talk about the Centrelink benefits that I'm getting, but you know.
Gotta
Senator.
get a baby bonus.
All right. So recently, what's happened in our story? The friends had basically made their way up north after their hometown of Greenus had been destroyed. Probably just going to give a little bit of a better bit of ambience here right now. You know, just really set the tune. Just to screw with you. Yes, exactly.
No, it's creepy campfire.
And so, after trailing this treasure hoard that has been traveling north through the cult's activities, the friends had to come across a castle in a swamp, cleared out this one mountain where an old dwarven hold was to get through and into the ranks of these followers of the dragon cult. They snuck their way into the castle, made their way in deep into Castle Neater, chasing Resmir at what seemed to be the end of their journey, their final confrontation. But as she escaped, the players discovered deep within the caverns of this castle, there was a laboratory, 4 caged tieflings, all of them with their blood being drained out and used within concoctions, mixes. With seeing that and finding a teleportation circle, the friends decided to take the moral high ground and use and basically drained Ikram of all his power to be able to escape from the castle unscathed with these rescued tieflings. They journeyed down to Waterdeep and made connections with the Harpers to take the tieflings to safety. In doing that, they ended up in Daggerford, chasing after the Keep of Riverguard, a noble estate left by Sandstorm's mentor, Limbo. But upon arriving, they found it overrun of demons, with Limbo himself even being turned into one. As they fought a hard battle, Limbo was eventually killed, with the rest of the demons as well. With the party then clearing out the now well-deserved keep, the keep was in a bit of disarray, needs a bit of touch-up done to it, so they travelled to the closest town, which is Daggerford, whereas Sandstorm and Belvin had a nice little dress-up time. They both got very pretty hats and jackets, and the bow tie for Sandstorm, and in which Sandstorm was appointed the Riverguard and became a noble within the lands of Daggerford and the Western Heartlands. Very early the next morning, the Archmage Tozan, the master of Casimir, the man who taught Casimir the arcane arts, requested that Casimir reconstruct its teleportation circle they found. And in doing so, they traveled to its destination, where they thought to find a cult stronghold. They instead appeared on this mountain's ledge, high pine trees sprouting up out of this bushlands, cold, chilly winds blowing all around them. And they saw a hunting lodge just up the hill, more than an arrow's throw away. After scouting around the area, Sandstorm discovered that there was a barn locked from the inside with a draconic creature, what seems to be inside, snoozing. Multiple sounds coming from within. He saw around the back there was a barn, a well, and what looked to be a kitchen that was in full swing for very early in the morning, about 6:30 in the morning. He then saw a balcony that overhung over top with a door, with a massive double oaken door that was shut. So he reported this back. Belvin inspired everyone. And they set on up with Ikram casting Pass Without Trace. With everyone stealthing up, Belvin drinks a potion of climbing to be able to climb up much easier while the rest of the party makes their way up much easier because Sandstorm's a rogue, Casimir has wings, and Ikram can turn into a lizard. Within the walls of the balcony, they came into this magnificent hall with a roaring fireplace that churns out heat and light at the end of one end of this spacious room, this chamber, with these 5 large tapestries hanging along the wall, 2 along the western wall by a door, and another 2 along the eastern wall. The main large tapestry that hung in front of them, next to the fireplace, where they saw Tiamat, the queen of evil dragons, in all her glory, crowned in gold and silver. Claws crushing Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, and another city up north. Dragons flew around her in their majestic triumph. And is there, weapons drawn, that we come back into our story. You all stand in this 30-foot tall ceilinged chamber. Columns stick out of the ground. The fireplace is warm. You can still hear the sound of all the commotion going on downstairs from the kitchen. I leave it up to you. There's a door closed to the western side as well.
Alrighty then.
I ended up thinking I want to burn the whole place down, but you guys maybe resist.
That was a nice smooth transition there, Luke.
Oh, yeah. Thanks very
No
much,
one
mate.
saw a thing.
No cameras were harmed in the making of this stream.
Hashtag pro streamers.
All right.
You want me to scout ahead there, Belvin?
I think it's best if you just make sure.
As far as we can tell, there's
Kyle, how
only
much
only
longer
one.
does Pass Without Trace have left on it? Or when did you cast that?
So long.
Like,
Just forever. I
at
just
least
think of that.
59 minutes.
So you cast it very recently?
It's been cast very recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
It lasts up for an hour, so probably only about 5 minutes of that has been used.
So I think we have some time.
Alright.
You do have some time.
Hmm.
Okay.
So it looks like there's only one door in this room, right? There's nothing else, really?
Is there any cracks in the door?
Make a perception check if you want to investigate around the room. Spend a bit of time looking around. Since I'm not, you're a bit overwhelmed at the moment. This rage you're going inside, you're just focused on like, all right, this is the main door. This is the door here. There's the balcony over there. Tapestries hanging around, just like seeing the blue dragon flying in the air, lightning arcing down at desert caravans, just boils your blood.
Can I see that Sandstorm's getting angry?
Yeah, you can see he's like
Visible?
grasping his blades
And then they're like,
because that's what he said last time.
because I control with my blades. If I can control how much like electricity and fire comes out of it.
Yeah, you can like.
So
tell the
usually there's
emotions
nothing,
to it.
but at the moment it's sort of like you see the fire, electricity like going around my hands. I'm just looking at the ground, just thinking, I want to fuck this bitch up. She's
Can
gonna
I-
die.
Casimir will go up to Sandstorm, just put a hand on his shoulder, say, calm yourself, Sandstorm. If you want revenge this time, we need to do it more carefully. Last time we blundered in and missed a chance.
You're always the wise one, Casimir.
Did you say blended in or blundered in?
Blundered in.
Blundered. They
Oh,
blundered.
We did, basically.
Blundered hard.
Yeah. Okay.
While they're doing that, I would like to just double check the whole room. I just want to, like, if anything suspicious, like, could possibly be behind any part of these parchments.
Okay,
Just want
so
to check the kind of room.
as you look around behind the big one, you don't see anything aside from just the log splitting in between. But as you go over to here, you can see that behind the curtains, the walls are mostly the logs run mostly vertically. You see just smallest line of a crack within the wood, a very uniform crack. As you go and look around a little bit, you press on the door, and you hear a latch click, as if you found a secret door.
Fucking nice
I'm just
work,
like-
Belvin.
Does
Guys,
it lead you to a giant
guys.
S?
Giant
Yeah, mate,
ass.
what'd you find?
I think I found
What'd you find, mate?
a hidden door here.
Mate, good work. Would you like me to go through?
I found the door, mate.
Oh, okay, mate.
I'll open it up.
It's my secret
luck,
door, not
mate.
yours.
Don't make too much noise, mate.
Just it's past without trace. I should be fine.
Famous
Oh,
last
come on,
words.
Bella. There's always a chance to get
yeah.
the one.
All right. So is it
So-
like a push swing door open or?
Yeah, it's like a little push swing door, so that's just going to swing forward. But I forgot to add that in on the map, so I'm just going to move you over to the next area.
Oh,
You guys,
okay.
if you guys all want to pass through that area or something, but what you basically
Well-
come in and see, as you like
Stop.
just pop, yeah,
I
Well,
can't get in.
I can't
I
get
just told you. You're not able to get through.
It's a trap, Belvin. Get out.
There we go. Go through the windows.
It's a trap.
Go through the windows, guys.
Stop! God damn it!
I did it all
Oh,
by
I
myself.
I actually may I
Right.
interrupt and do a roll.
What would you like to do? So is everyone just coming over to this secret door he's just opened at the end of that exchange? Ooh.
Yes.
Nine.
Say,
That is
everybody
on the
came
top
through that.
end.
All right,
That's
that's
number
back
nine
to your
again.
session.
Thank you for Discord. The group in Discord gave me some ideas to change my backseat possession
Some
now.
new
So
ones.
it's all revamped. So this is on the top end. You see a nice worn road is, and decide to roll around in it and nibble on some grass. So when I get to a road, it may happen.
Lucky we're in a house.
Yep.
It's just always the opposite for you whenever we're doing this.
There's heaps of tables around.
All right. So, what you see in this room, you come into this 3 open windows that let in light and air. The room's walls are adorned with stuffed animal heads. You see a large 14-point stag, a mountain goat, a bear, 2 winter wolves, and what you can only suspect is a large bug-like creature. 2 tattered banners hang from the ceiling. And 2 leathery chairs and a handful of braziers complete the comfortable parlor. You also see a door just down to your left. To your right.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can I listen out for any activity in other rooms?
Being this is the only room you're in, yeah, make a perception check.
Just want to have a little bit of listen.
Alright.
What's out there?
Are you listening by the door or?
I want to go listen over here. Yeah, this door here.
This is the 2, right? Oh no, they're all windows. These 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
This
those
is
3
only
windows.
One door.
Just sort of listen through and see what I hear.
Listening through that, as you put your cat ear up to the wall, you can hear just barely make out soft mutterings of someone, probably across the hall,
Okay.
across the way, a bit of distance away from you, but it kind of you just barely make it out. You're not 100% sure of what is being said, but it sounds like a harsh language.
Just waiting for
So
this
it's
plane
not-
to go past, sorry.
It's not draconic because Sandstone understands some draconic, I think.
He does understand some draconic, but at this point he can't make it out.
So I know it is draconic, right?
Not really. No, it's more like a mumble.
Okay.
Like someone's going.
Oh, I see what you mean. Because through all the walls and stuff, you can't really understand it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, okay, guys, there's activity out here. This way.
Okay.
Do you want to move on?
Unless someone else wants to have a look around the room.
Can I send Speeder under the door, just have and look through his eyes, just see
Ooh.
if there's anyone in the immediate vicinity outside the door?
Yep. So,
Summon him
create
from his
Speeder.
little pocket dimension.
It's like a little flash of like just swirling purple light that just appears, and then Speeder just comes out, climbs on down, and what you see is the large upstairs area of a ring around this. So you see stairs leading down to your, to Speeder's right. You see an open door. Is it open? Hold on.
Which one? Down here.
Yeah, so you see two open doors.
Oh, yeah.
You see one down here. And you see one down here. You see a couple of lanterns are hung up and around, with a stairwell descending down by his side.
Alright, I'll tell Sandstorm that there's no one in the immediate room, but there are two open doors.
Okay. I'm going to go sneak in.
Alright. Make a stealth check.
Shit.
Get
I mean,
out.
wouldn't
no,
you
can't
want
get back in.
to? I was gonna say, can't you make the spider check out? How far can this?
Yeah.
If you want.
I've-
Let's try not to steal your thunder, mate, but
No,
you can
that's
definitely do that.
fine. That sounds.
I mean, if we've got a
Go, Speeder.
little spiritual type scout
So
or
let's
whatever.
see. Find familiar. Sorry for long text. Yeah, while it's within 100 feet of me, I can communicate with it telepathically and see through its eyes and hear through its ears.
Keep going, mate.
So,
That should encapsulate nearly the entire area.
Oh wow, we've
Building.
been doing it wrong this whole time.
fuck yeah, spiders are the best in-game characters.
Dude,
I don't really like them in real life though.
Well, they're not like magic spiders like this.
Giant spiders.
So, yeah.
So I'll just send him to check out the open doors.
Okay.
Just have a peek in, see if there's anyone in there.
Alright. So, as you go down and check this room in here, just popping Speeder's head through, you see an enormous bed is covered in a soft burgundy bedspread, and a fire crackles in the fireplace, leading to an atmosphere of warmth and comfort. Multiple bookshelves are hung up as well. He sees a desk as well on the opposite side, just by the wall on his right. And there's a treasure chest very far to the left.
This big one.
Yes.
Tempting. We can always come back to it though. Go check out the other open door now.
Okay.
Just because they're like the biggest threat areas, kind of.
As you get closer, you can hear sounds from two sources. You can hear what seems to be a brief conversation between people on this side through this closed door. And as you get closer to this door, you can hear the ramblings, well, more or less mutterings from someone inside sitting over a fireplace. There is incense burning as well. You can hear the sharpening of a blade with a grinding stone.
Was that it? Sorry.
Yep.
Can he just go in a little bit? So you can see the whole room? Is that cool?
Yeah, you can do that.
So there's two people in here.
Yeah.
Do I recognize either of them?
From Speeder's view, make a perception check.
Okay.
So,
We actually
You
know
see-
if Spider has better perception than me, but 11.
11. So the woman you see that one of the figures is a woman facing the fire. You can't really see much of her other than the purple and white robes with gold trim. Because she's facing the fire, and she looks to be throwing what looks to be scales into the fire and muttering something in a draconic, what seems to be draconic, but a much older dialect of it. Much more older. Very ancient.
Like a Sylvan and Elvish kind of.
That same sort of deal. You see the man to your right, he's all in these bronze and orange studded levers. He's got this black and purple cape that kind of billows down around him like a cloak. And just to the side, he has what seems to be a mask, and same gold and orange trimmed mask, in the same draconic patterns as previous cultists you've seen. Short sword is at his hip, and he's currently sharpening with a grinding stone a long sword in hand.
Okay. So it looks like they're just sort of doing their own business. I might go back to the others and tell them, because these two look like more important than your average cultist, basically.
Yeah, you know for a fact that anyone who wears purple in the cult is a high rank.
They're not peasants. Alright, so yeah. Well, I can have like Spitter on autopilot, and Casimir like regain his senses and pass this information on to the others. And there seem to be two of the leaders, perhaps, of the cult. Important members, at least. And I'll point out that room, the far one. The other open door had a chest, but no one in it.
Just you say.
Yes, Sandstorm, a chest.
The chest is not important right now.
No,
But-
that was-
Do we risk trying to take out those two higher ranking people now, or should we search out the one we want to find first?
Ultimately, we plan to stop all the cultists. And what's more important at this point?
But we can't let her get away again.
That is true.
Can't hide. Thanks for the sub. Massive shout out. Throw up some dragons.
Thank you, Kent.
Think you can't.
Thanks, can't.
Sorry for interruption.
It's quite difficult here with the through the cup.
My bad. I'll get a better mic later.
That's fine. That's just because you're whispering.
All right. If we decide to take out these two now, we have to make sure that they do not alert
Well,
anyone else.
We've done
But-
this before.
I do not think they're going to be an easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Quick
assassinating like
kill.
last time, yeah.
They seem competent. Otherwise, they wouldn't be
Yeah.
important leaders in the cult.
What if I Elkram charge in?
We're trying to be
Ikram.
conspicuous. Jesus.
Literally 5
I
seconds ago.
literally just said not to alarm anybody. Okay, I'll just
Okay, okay,
Elkram
okay.
in.
But what if I smash the doors?
What was it?
Ikram, you know that basically through this, like the wood, this thick pine-made building, breaking through this, like these walls and everything, is going to be pretty fucking hard.
Lucky I'm a pretty big elk.
We might have to still, like, say, if we did find who we're finding, there'd be a chance that they can, like, flank us.
Yeah, like
If we take them out, we don't have to worry about
we
them.
can take him out here, maybe alert the people, or we can look for Rezmir, attack her, and we could get attacked by everyone else.
Yeah.
So should we try and weaken him first, or take out Rezmir as quickly as possible and then worry about the others?
What about if we block the door?
The door is open. Do we have anything that we could block the door with? From
Maybe put a trap there. So, like, say if they're going to come out, they'll be trapped for a bit or something. So it gives us time.
Smoke him out.
ambushed. Like, we don't have to, like, put a trap now, then walk off, and then if they hear alarm,
The door is
set
open
the
though.
trap. Still put a trap there.
But it's like we have to go past the door.
Like you said, we've got passive out traits. You can do this stuff, I believe.
No, that's a sandstorm thing.
Yeah.
I think
If I
that's
roll
a rogue thing.
I have 1 out of 20 chance of not doing it.
I don't know, but if we fight these guys now, it's gonna create a lot of noise. It's
Yeah.
gonna alert everybody.
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much. Does
So
anyone have any cool traps?
I think. Well, I mean, would your familiar, the spider, be able to scout out every room here? Small enough, wouldn't it fit through underneath the door? Or
He is already on the job. 'Cause I left him
Yeah.
on autopilot.
it's the only thing
Yes.
is like
I'm
I
assuming
think
that
we
was
need to
clear
find out.
Quell.
Nope.
Okay, well,
No.
You did say
I
I
should've
thought
explained that.
you just let him go back to spider form. He's basically gone to a corner and started spinning the web.
But you said so. That's his autopilot. You need to
his
control
auto.
that.
Yeah,
He goes back to his animal senses.
Hold up.
Yeah,
hold up.
Yeah.
you're the smart one.
I
Don't
think
worry
I
about
think the best bet would be to scout out every room, every possibility that we have
You're
before we
familiar-
do anything rash. And I think the spider,
Alright.
given how small it is, is going to be a best bet to at least know if any of the other rooms might have enemies in it or where Rezmir could be.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, what it's gone through and found
Sorry, I
is
should
that
have been more.
that's okay. So, basically found 2 guards within this room. In this, there are 4 beds. Looks like there's a rack of clothes, and these 2 blokes. You see 2 guys in there, 2 seasoned guards, basically just leaning back on chairs each other and just discussing, just talking about, oh, big game coming through soon. Yeah, I can't wait. And they're just talking smack over a morning coffee.
With the swords drawn.
Their swords are just on the table.
Sparring.
Ching ching. Next room, you find a well-appointed bathroom. These 2 massive hot tubs have already been poured. Yeah. You see, like, there is a dressing robe of a fine silk, purple and white gown with very long, flowing, white lace trim at the back of it. Then in the next area, you find an armory of sorts, dark, closed off. There seems to be simple weapons and materials and resources for fixing and maintaining weapons.
Thank you, Ken, for the donation of
Thank you, Kent.
$20.
Oh, Kent, thank you.
Smart.
You're wonderful, my friend. Wonderful. Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, 2 nat 1s for the boys.
Oh, that's
How many have you got
I
now?
take
Like,
what
Why
I
you
said.
do this?
I am now on
Right.
6, good
I-
sir.
I like to take back what I said.
Yeah.
To you.
yeah.
Thanks, Ken.
Thank you, Kent. You are
He's
the
already
thing.
got
You are the
enough.
person.
Stop. He's already
He's already dead. So what's up here?
What's up where?
The kitchen, because all
Yeah.
speeders.
So where he comes now, no, that's an armory, like I said.
No.
So it's got basic materials that can keep like weapons and everything maintained and set up. Like there's resources to make arrows, bows, maintain steel and weapons, and to polish up armor and fix up armor. You also see that this staircase here leads downstairs to what you can only assume is the kitchen.
Okay. We didn't check these doors, did we?
No.
Okay. Pull him back and have him check out those ones.
Right.
Because they're the only other two doors, I think, on this level.
You see, basically going through both the doors, you see two well-appointed guest bedrooms, what it seems. These very nicely made beds, very comfortable looking desks. There's extra seating, very comfortable high-back chairs, with each room having a bit of a bookshelf there full of stocked books. Very comfortable, very large, warm mat carpets as well.
Okay. So no Resmir on this floor.
No Resmir.
Alright. I'm going to send Spitter on autopilot to scout downstairs and come back straight away if he finds Resmir.
Okay. That's going to take a bit of time,
Yeah.
looking around and everything.
That's
So
fine.
that could be...
But while,
right, so as he
while we're
goes-
doing stuff up here, he can have a look downstairs.
If he finds Resmi, he will alert you.
Okay.
Yeah. So while he
Okay.
goes downstairs, yeah.
So, I'll tell the others. As far as I can tell on this floor, there's the two head honchos and two guards in the room next to them. And they're the only people on this floor that I could find.
What do you think? Should we take him out?
Okay.
We could always ask the important looking ones where Resmir is. They might know. Probably have a good
Out to
idea.
the bathroom.
Yeah, excuse me. Where's Resmir?
I'm lost.
Kapow.
I have a 9 o'clock meeting with Resmi. Can you please show me the way?
The only thing I can think of is we've already found one hidden door. Who says there isn't another one somewhere?
Ah.
Very possible.
The only thing I could think of would, like, as an important room, would be the one that has that chest in it. I think for now, I think we sneak in to get into that room, check out the inside of it. If there isn't anything other than the chest, we leave the chest for now, and then we'll go from there.
I agree, Belvin. We should check out the chest. I'm in the room.
Continue.
Do this.
Alright,
No,
let's go.
you make good points.
All right.
Let's make a move.
Oh, I got you.
Alright.
Sorry.
I need stealth checks from everyone.
Still
Yeah, let's
under the
do it.
effects of Pass Without Trace.
So plus 10. Also, I need a marching order for who's going first.
Sandstorm.
I haven't rolled yet.
Add 10 to that.
What the fuck?
Mate. I'm fucking stealthier than you, Casimir. Wrecked ya.
It's alright, mate. Miracles happen.
Only 25, Robbie.
Yeah, 35. So.
Slacking off. Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Shit.
All right. So you all make your way down around this upstairs area into that room. As you're going past, you see over the railing there's two demonic-looking statues, basically just curled up and growling. You see two suits of armors downstairs as well that look like that looks like fine elven armor with a couple of chips in the paint.
So is this actually like you can walk up these stairs from the center of the house? Like that's the first floor to the second
Yeah.
floor? Oh, I thought it was like a little enclosed off area for some reason.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. So, yeah, that is...
Yeah.
These stairs go down and then down again.
Okay, cool.
In, like, kind of a grand entrance area.
Yep, yep.
You see that there's a lot of mud caked downstairs as well, but up here it's very pristine and clean.
This is the upper class area, literally.
So I reckon Resume has to be up here, surely.
She might not be in the house though.
Oh.
She could not.
Because, like...
Because it's been a few days since she went through the portal.
Ah, true.
Alright.
Let's just do it. Let's just go ahead and
Just go.
get stuff. We've done enough scouting for today, guys. It's time to get into
Yeah,
it.
exploration is over.
I don't think. I think it's okay to be careful in this kind of situation.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll just go to the room with the chest.
Yeah, let's just take it nice and slow, mate.
Belvin,
We
the
did the
best
roll, we did the roll,
defense
come
is
on.
good offense.
35 stealth. I can jump up and down.
With that, you guys make your way
Overconfidence can be a downfall.
in. You guys make your way into the bedroom. Within it, you see again the soft burgundy bedspread on the large, comfortable bed. Multiple bookshelves and dressing room, dressers and cabinets in the area. A writing desk as well. Chest over by the side. Roaring fireplace and window that looks out down onto the mountain lodge that you saw. Well, the mountain's ledge where you guys appeared. The sun's beginning to shine up through the window as well. So I should probably do something about that. So you see a chest of brass bound wood, probably oak.
Alright, can we check for traps?
All right, make
I've already-
investigation checks.
Oh,
I was just gonna. I had a perception roll. I just thought, just check out the room, like I did with the other room. That's all. So
19.
19. As you're looking around, you don't see that in any way is it trapped. More or less, it's more sturdy than anything. As in, the construction of this is a lot more intense.
This looks like the master bedroom, right? Basically.
Yes.
Alright, Casimir's gonna cast Detect Magic.
All right. So as you, as a ritual, or as you just kind of.
I have 2 per day use from my cube.
Ah, fantastic. So, as you do so, yes, you can detect an abjuration effect within the chest. You can also sense some sort of arcane writing source of evocation within there as well.
So within the chest, like its contents, not like
Yeah,
a trap.
within the contents of the chest.
Yep, yep. Okay. Oh, motion to sandstorm. Just say it doesn't seem to be trapped, but I can sense magic from within. Does it look
Pretty
locked
sure-
or like open?
Velvet is very against opening that chest, I
Yeah.
think.
Like within the lid is a very large, hefty lock,
Yeah.
like built into it.
This is a job for sandstorm.
I'm more just us getting sidetracked for this chest.
Don't worry, you know how quick I can be, brother.
Well, if you do it,
Done in
Could
just
be
be,
one of
just be
those,
extra careful.
All right.
I'm
Those
gonna
things
keep-
with the teeth and shit.
I'm gonna keep
that.
watch on this door then. On
Okay.
the
Could
outside.
be a
Maybe.
mimic.
Maybe
Mimic
I
by
can't-
sandstorm is the sacrifice.
He can't help us, says Kemi Casimir.
It's not our fault, we're greedy fucks.
All right. So make me
Steal from the rich and give to the poor,
check.
isn't that right, Casimir?
Steal from the evil and give to ourselves.
That's basically how it
Oh, wait,
goes.
remember, we're getting it. We're going to put it into our keep, which gives to the community.
Exactly.
Boom.
So we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
What am I doing? My thieves' tools.
Yes, please.
Oh no.
This, even though you've played with dwarven locks before, this is triple that.
Wow.
You feel this is like not only reinforced with special metals, special mechanisms as well, but just the complexity of the lock is just way too intense as you're going at it for a good 2 minutes and then give up, unable to crack the lock.
Can I walk over to him and go, yeah, try my lock picking kit?
It's shinier.
All right, so he creates this basically tree bark key, a lockpick, this set of tools that just fits into his hands, made of like woven leaves and bark. You can try again.
Does he do it or do I do it?
He can do it. You don't know how to use lockpicks.
Just jab it in there.
I don't know. I could be a god.
Oh, that's better.
21. So, as the 2 minutes pass again, you're just barely able to get in there, and you've become familiar with the lock, and you're just like, oh, it's so simple. Click it to the side, you turn the tumblers, and just ever so quietly, the lid lifts up just a little bit, and from it, a kind of golden light spills out from it.
Look, Ikram. Look what you helped me do. I
Mine.
love you.
As you open it up,
God.
as you open it up, inside you see a shining set of chainmail armor. Underneath that, the armor's light shines on the chest's mass of gold pieces within.
Oh my god.
You're not too sure. This could be up in the thousands of golds.
Holy
Can I just say,
sausages.
Ikram, quickly? We can't waste any time. Chuck it in my bag of holding. Let's go. Can I just chuck it all in there? Just like Ikram helps me pick up the chest up and we're pouring into the bag.
Make a strength check.
There
Just
is
two
no
men,
way
just
he'll
like-
be able to do that.
Just lifting up this ton chest.
I need the both of you to make a strength check.
Oh, no.
Quick,
No,
Belvin.
we need to turn into Elkram.
You don't have hands. What are you doing?
I got hooves. Oh crap.
Do you actually want a
Give me a
strength
bear.
check?
Yes, please.
Oh shit, we're like the least strength people.
That's not bad.
Yeah, there's one strength guy in the party.
Fuck.
Oh,
man.
So as I need you to make a stealth. I need you to make a stealth check now.
Sounds
Actually, that thing is heavy. That clangs on the ground. That goes.
Oh no, Belvin was right. I'm sorry, brother.
Belvin, out of the very a huge jolts you and turns you around as the edge of the chest has just avoided Sandstorm's paw, and he's just looking at the ground, just like, oh shit. As they're trying to lift this up and get it in a bag of holding, they're just basically bumbling like the Stooges.
I'm
I was
role-playing, Belvin.
fine,
I'm
just
sorry.
saying.
Belvin, you hear, what was that?
Oh shit.
Oh, it's
Oh.
thundering really bad.
just diarrhea.
Dramatic tension.
Who said that?
Quick, Casimir, can you make the illusion thing? The room seems empty.
I was
Quick.
literally thinking that. Can I, Casimir, like, walk here, just try and quickly memorize what this looks like, and throw up a silent image to duplicate that?
Yes. Belvin,
Why didn't we just pick it up and pour it in? Like, rather than picking up the whole chest, why didn't we just shovel it?
That's, yeah.
I don't know.
Don't you have high wisdom there, Robert?
That's why you
Apparently
need to
not-
speak up before this shit happens, alright?
Before
Yeah,
Sandstorm
pretty much.
happens every time.
Yes. You need to be quick about it. He would just do something.
I think in my head I was like, oh yeah, Brad will come over and be like, oh, I'm glad we opened this chest because there's this sick chainmail that I would love to have. I was waiting for that moment.
No.
All right.
Except, no, you tried to tip.
Yeah.
Anyway, what does Belvin see now?
All right. So what do you do
What
after
are you two gonna do?
after you see that? Do you pop your head out and see what's going on, or you just take
I
a defensive
literally
stance
just
as
cast,
Jasmine casts magic?
just cast a 10-foot like mirage.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You're
basically.
just gonna like lay on the bed and like hide under the sheets or something?
Oh hey.
I am going to try to like stick my head out as not too much, not like what's going on. Just kind of
Sneaky peek.
stealthily as best I can sneak a peek.
Belvin. Come
What?
over here, quick.
Oh, I want to sneak a peek first.
Casimir's like poking his head through an image so you can just see a face floating.
All right. Make a perception check before you pull your head back. So, as you put your head forward and just gleam around the side, you see someone's form coming out of the room. The purple and white robes of got the bronze trim. You notice something about them as this woman is walking out. Her fine features complemented by her now intense eyes. With her short chestnut brown hair, with the bangs and fringe of her hair being held up by what looks to be a silver pin with blue quartz. As you stick your head back in. You don't get a full look at the face before from like that distance as you pull your head back in a panic.
Oh my god, you guys do not know where that's from. Okay, alright, well,
I do not understand the reference.
I didn't hear. What was it?
The
okay,
footsteps are
anyway,
approaching.
I'm gonna try to go through here, then I'm gonna...
And I'll whisper
Sneak
to
back.
these guys to stop clinking about. And get ready because the enemy's coming.
As you see, walking into the room, I would like to welcome our guest for tonight. Just 1 second. As you'll see, this woman in the white and purple robes with the gold trim, the hair pulled up by this silver pin in her hair, with chestnut brown hair with quartz. You see this battle-ready woman of order and faith. As it takes a couple of seconds, as you see her holding in her arms a longsword with the family crest of Serpent Helm. Her familiar face finally rings true. Talus. And I'd like to welcome Jess.
Hello.
Hello.
I have to
Hello.
copy stuff.
Intermission screen.
Oh no, it's fine. We prepared everything except for one camera.
Pro streamers. Behind her is the man with his own short sword drawn.
Oh my god.
Bronze and orange robes and leather armors. Talus, while you were just finished preparing TALIS. And Robbie is cut in half.
Robbie's now me, and I'm cut in half on his.
Look, it happens in the Vice all the time. Cameras, whenever someone drops in and out,
One
cameras
scene,
always
it's got
get
the
through.
same.
Don't think we're going to get it right. Never think we're going to get it right the first time.
We'll just say it's the Aussie internet that's causing problems.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Bone
Yeah.
Ree's
Gonna
got
take
it.
this this
alright,
chance
go
to
on.
quickly go.
Live.
Yes. Be back.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
look
is
at this.
secret behind the scenes, but that aren't really behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's actually right in
It's
front
actually
of everyone.
on the scene right now.
Yeah. But we're actually opposite, so you gotta stop us still.
Can you guys just stop moving about, please?
You've unlocked the new feature, the behind the scenes of the live stream.
In front of the scene.
Welcome to Jess being an inconvenience hour.
I love how you
Well,
like
you are
just
the bad guy
slaughter
at this
in
point.
there. Yeah, that's
Am
pretty...
I?
We're
Is
about to
she-
find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll ask questions later.
In her defense, we are trying to steal a heap of her shit.
But she can't remember. We're
No,
hiding,
I
right?
hate
Like,
You.
We're trying to steal the cultists' shit.
I'm trying to steal
No,
gold.
it's my shit. Should hope not.
But we're hidden
Weird.
right now, so. Okay, we're back. Belvin's dead. Belvin's
Does
back.
it work?
Let's do this.
Where did Belvin?
Yeah, look, nothing happened.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, I'm back. Sorry,
Absolutely no
I tried to
technical
hold it.
difficulties here. This is a professional stream.
All right. So, Talus, while you've been activating, well, conducting your morning preparations to your god and preparing your spells, suddenly, out of nowhere, a large clank and boom has come from your room. You're already on edge enough, with Rezmir not stopping by the last couple of days, or not giving any progress report at all. Kush follows you into the room, and as you look around, there seems to be a shimmer around the edge of the left-hand side of your room.
I would like to say I've heard quieter intruders and then cast a spell magic.
Can she see it? Add again.
Oh,
Okay, so silent
you're
image.
being out-wizarded.
Oh no.
Come, Casimir, goddammit.
I could out-wizard her right now, but then that would kind of defeat the purpose of trying to hide.
Thank you all so much. Okay, that was our guest, Jess. Goodbye now.
Good stopping by.
All right, so
Just pull a cool pose quickly. Oh, hey. Didn't see you there.
as
Just
the
like
four
reveal
of
us
you-
and we've got the Ginyu Force, like doing us dances.
as the four of you have just gone deer in headlight moment.
I mean,
she
I could
raises up
literally
her hand.
become a deer right now and fix this problem.
Belvin's gonna have the look of pure shock, and kind of just walk forward, and just Talus,
Yes.
is that you?
Should I know you?
That's cold.
It's me, Belvin. Your younger brother?
You know who Belvin is, you blundering idiot. How can I be sure it's you?
Shit.
That's very true.
forgot my
It's been a long
ID.
time. Alright,
Left my ID back at home.
Hasn't it been 8 years? Can you?
That looked familiar, right?
Yeah.
Well, Belvin now has a beard.
I have a beard, a couple scars.
He's got a lot of scars. He's
I'm a bit bigger.
grown.
Yeah.
I'll look behind and see who's behind you and hopefully kind of put it together.
The others are
You
pretty
reckon-
recognizable.
Yeah.
You recognize as you
Well, I
like
would
you stare at a couple of them.
Sandstorm, right?
You must recognize me, Sid.
Yeah,
The
you
half
do.
brother.
With his hood mostly up, just obscuring his face, you see a
Adoptive
tabaxi
brother.
stamp.
That's what everyone gets it wrong.
I'm just saying what I was told.
That's fine, Carl.
Really good
Of
at
course
screwing
you were
things
told
up.
half, brother.
Carl.
I thought I said
Not half.
adopted. Oh well.
Most likely you didn't.
Pro streamer.
Fuck.
All right. So Dallas, as you look over the group,
Oh no,
you
my
see
notes say adopted brother. My bad.
Oh.
you do see up the back there is the two cloaked figures, one in a green cloak, the other in a dark cloak. One of them has antlers sticking out of his head. You recognize this man as Ikram, one of the mercenaries. Well, one of the members of the guild hall from Greenest. You put the piece of Belvin being here. If Belvin's anywhere, then Sandstorm would be here. And if Sandstorm's here, you then look over to the boyish tiefling in front of you. Wings have grown like quite significantly, and his horns have slicked back with his hair as well, as you recognize Casimir. Kush draws his sword and goes, "Mistress," and then looks at you. What should we do? You know them?
I believe I do. So, brother, tell me what you're doing in my lodge. Stealing my treasure, no less.
And I'm just like,
we
close it.
we had actually followed the Cultist of the Dragon's leader through a portal to this place.
Do you mean Resmir?
Yes. What is your relation to all this?
I'm gonna look at Kush like if Resmir came through, she didn't like tell us about it at all.
He's going to look back at you just sternly and just nod and be like...
And say Resmir was supposed to drop by and let us know what was going on with her portion of the sect or the cult, and hasn't. So I'm afraid that we've both missed our opportunities to speak to our dear Resmir on this occasion. Should we find somewhere that is not my bedroom to talk, or we all pretty
What of all the places?
No, this seems quite good.
I just jump on the bed. And we both lie on the bed. We're like, actually, sis, this is actually quite good.
Because
Well,
Casimir.
we would be happy to have any information that you could possibly have to find Resmir. But I think there is a couple other things we need to discuss as well.
Casimir at this point is thinking like, if she's part of the cult, then we don't want to go anywhere else where there's more cultists.
True.
While I see you are comfortable on my bed, I propose maybe some food in the hall. Well, not in the hall. In my study, just down the hall.
How many years has
We
it been?
can sit and chat,
It's
catch
been
up on old times.
It's been a good long 8 years. No,
Wow.
10
Could
years
we-
actually. Not seeing
Can
it.
I
Belvin
do
was a little
deception? Could Belvin do a deception check or something to?
Well, you can do it, I guess.
I mean, I could do it, but like,
Can't just
I
tell
feel
like, do a deception check.
Brad, she's lying.
She could
Do
do.
insight.
He could do an insight check. Yes.
Yeah, because you're the
Oh,
wise
sorry.
one, like, aren't you?
Insight. Yeah, I'll do insight.
Haven't had an
Hello.
opportunity to lie to you yet. Why? Or...
I'm seeing if she's
Because if it was
wrapping
the
us
old
in the
wise
study.
man,
Because we
Right,
thought Talos
so-
was dead initially, right? And now she
Yeah.
shows up in
No,
cultist
I
robes.
knew she was alive.
remember how he got the thing?
That was only like maybe a couple of weeks ago, but for years, like
2 months
everyone
ago.
thought she
Ah.
was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone thought she was dead. All the contracts and leads went led to nothing.
But now this is
Hashtag not dead.
as big of a
She
shock
is in fact
now.
not dead. Actually, Casimir still has detect magic. Oh no, never mind. He used silent image. Don't worry.
So, also from your position as well, you guys all hear footsteps coming up from outside in the main room, the main hall area. You can smell a herbal tea as well. And you hear, Mistress Tallis, Mistress.
I'm gonna just kind of look at them all and be like, food awaits, and kind of move towards the door.
With my insight roll, can I check whether she's been a little bit on the sus side? Like she could be
Does she seem
misleading
genuine?
us? Or is,
After so long,
You think I would kill my brother?
and after the sudden surprise of seeing her here, you can see within her eyes.
Jenny said, "Brother, let's kill her."
You can see within her eyes and within her voice the sternness and the distaste of apparently Resmir not coming by, as if she herself has a grudge against her. A malicious grudge.
Let's just go with her.
That could be
I'm
useful.
gonna whisper to Belva and go, "This is weird, brother. Can't believe she's just back all of a sudden."
I yell over my shoulder, she can't believe that you broke into her house at dawn.
I whispered that. Did you hear that?
She does
Yeah,
have a high
surely.
passive. She does have a high passive perception.
Sake. I just look at her and just think, "Oh fuck."
Oh,
But I have my hand on my blade because I'm just kind of like, "What the?"
I
fuck?
think this is no time to be too wary of her at the moment.
It's the perfect time, though.
It's
course-
it's been
of
so
course not,
long.
Belvin.
I thought she was dead.
We're only an
It's-
occultist
I know. So
hideout.
you're
I only want to hear you.
How,
let your
sorry,
emotions get in the way.
how old was she when she left?
She
14.
was 14.
So it should be-
14.
So she
She's
looks
been gone for
roughly
8
22
years.
about now.
Wait, so is Belvin only like 18?
Belvin's 20.
20.
Oh, 20.
You're the only old man here.
Yeah. I think I'm quite old compared to you guys.
They're like
you're like-
32.
I'm 35. Oh my god.
I will follow.
Alright.
I'll just be like, oh, some tea, it'd be lovely.
The man in the gold and orange leathers kind of like looks at you at the same time as you walk out, just stares at you.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I
kind
will
of burly,
stay.
but not as tall as you.
Yeah, I would say I would stare him down too while I walk past.
I'll just-
So we don't know who
down,
this guy
down,
is.
Obviously down to him a little bit, since you know.
Can I just privately send messages
We don't know who he is, do we?
to everyone just like stay on their guard? A lot
Yeah,
can
make
happen in
like-
8 years.
On 100% alert right now because Belvin's like his emotions getting away. I'm kind of like, don't trust any bastard.
The cult has
Even, like-
done like awful things to people.
Yeah, because like all my grudge against the cult and all that stuff, it's still there. And like when you think someone's dead for so long, it's kind of, it's not real.
We can only find out what happened.
As everyone passes down around the hold on. Sorry about this. Yeah, you should be able to move your token Jess as well.
Thank you.
As you guys pass towards the door, the
Is the orange guy coming?
orange guy is coming. He's following behind everyone.
Don't refer to the ginger as the orange guy. You fucking ginger bastard.
The maid, you see this maid in this linens and silk, long, big long apron and dress. Her hair's up in a very tight bun. She's about mid-30s. And she goes, "Oh, Miss Dallas, I see your guests have arrived."
Some guests, anyway. Thank you, Lillian, for breakfast.
No problems. And she'll follow you in and place on the table in front of you, Talus, a fine beef stroganoff with freshly picked fruits, cheese, breads, and a pot of herbal tea and 1 cup. And then she then says, should I make another pot or bring up some more cups for your distinguished guests?
Who followed me in first?
Belvin.
I'm gonna turn to Belvin and say, do you think tea or mead is more appropriate?
Um,
Isn't it dawn?
nothing.
Yep.
Nothing for me. Thank you.
Just need something strong.
Alcohol, always 5 o'clock somewhere. More tea would be wonderful.
She nods and goes, yes, right away, Miss White. And she takes off.
Cool. I'm gonna have a sit, and then gesture for everybody else too as well.
So everyone sees, except for Kush, because Kush is basically going to be standing by the bookshelf in the door, basically
He's
staring at other
sus.
guys.
I don't know how I feel about this guy.
So what you see sitting around you is this well-appointed chamber filled with furniture. And looks like a very, as a place to discuss important matters. What you can see, fine bookshelves around behind you. Talus has gone and put her the family longsword of Serpent Helm back into its scabbard and back onto its display. You see that there is a set of gleaming white scale mail just on a mannequin just over by the window over here, and a very long bronze head spear.
Can I notice them all looking warily at Kush and just kind of gesture to him and be like, everybody has enemies because she's just here to protect me. He won't hurt you unless I order it.
He nods.
Out of curiosity, actually no, what I might do is I'm gonna just like, is there like cutlery and shit on the table?
With her, yes. With her tray in front, yes.
Okay, never mind, I'll just wait a little bit then.
You have to wait for your meal.
well-
man. It's coming, alright? Just be patient.
That me with a fork? Like,
Yeah, in front
You
of
could
you,
all get forked.
in front of you, Talus, there's a spoon, there's a fork, there's a cheese knife.
I might. Hold on. Where's my things? Where's my stuff?
With the orange dude, is he got like, is that a cool hat or is it a helmet or what is it?
It's like a mask helmet thing. So it's like
Kinda want it.
he puts it on his head, and it's got this large crest that goes over the back, and then another two that go like around his temple, and it buckles
So practically a cool hat, Rob. Like you
I
said.
want it.
Anyway,
Excuse me, sir. Give me your hat.
Show me your
Belvin-
trust.
Belvin would just say, Talus, tell me what happened all those years ago when everyone thought you were missing.
Oh, well, I was enslaved, of course. Thought that was. I went to war at our lovely parents' request, and we got bombarded by soldiers of some kind. And I was enslaved for 4 years until I was rescued by the love of my life, Mondath. And what about you?
He's being like,
What?
So I had 4 years in the slave camp. What about you?
You don't seem upset about that.
Oh, it was horrendous.
He's
What?
dead.
What?
Past is in the past.
What are you doing now?
I feel like this is an interrogation in my own home.
I am just trying to catch up for the sister that I thought had
catch up.
I get my
had
dagger
died.
out and I like stab it into the table, and I just go, "That's exactly what it is in my books."
It can't.
And like an arc of lightning comes out.
Oof.
I've always
calm
hoped.
down for a moment.
Kush kind of takes like a step forward, like his hand on his sword, and he's just like,
I'm gonna
Alice, nervous.
I
I put
my
my
hand
dagger
up.
away.
Stop him. Yeah.
I am happy to
He
tell
steps
you about my past as well. This won't be just a one way.
Okay.
A couple years after you did, I also went off to train for the war, and was in the war for a solid 4 or 5 years until the end, and afterwards came back to Greenest only just in time to pretty much see it practically burnt to the ground by the hands of the cult of the dragon.
Resme. Well, by the hands of Resme.
Yes. And
Uh,
we are currently on a mission to stop this cult and stop Resme from doing that to anyone else.
I did hear, of course, of the attack on Greenest. I was unaware at the time that that is where they had planned to raid. My Mondath rescued me from the slavers' grasp, was sent there by Resmir, and also died in the attack. I too seek justice for her death. It seems that we're semi on the same side here.
Mondath was one of the cultists that attacked Greenest, you realise?
Under the influence of Resmir, yes. I was unaware that that is where the attack was taking place. At the time, I was not involved in the cult's ongoings until after her death.
What role do you play in all this right now?
Well, currently, we were waiting for Resmir to come by so we could have a chat about what was going on in terms of Skyreach. Is it still called Skyreach in the sky? Thank you. In terms of Skyreach and the movement of the Horde.
Skyreach.
Okay. Well, what we encountered Resmir. What was that castle called again in the swamp?
Natir.
Natir. That's it. Natir. Yeah. We encountered Resmir in Castle Natir, in which she used the portal there to come back here. But that was a couple days ago.
It does seem as if she has bypassed us on the way to the Horde.
And where did you say the Horde was? This is Skyreach?
It does seem like the information here is going a little bit one way, but I am happy to give you some details.
Feel free to ask questions.
So, all four of you were in Greenest on the day of the attack.
That is correct.
This feels like an interrogation.
Wow. one question.
But only
Damn.
only after the fact. We were actually hunting down a group of bandits at the time, and by the time we got back to Greenest, it had already the raid had already begun.
Again, I didn't have very much to do with the attack, having only joined after Mondath's loss. I am happy to help you locate Talus, but first it is very early and I am very hungry, and I'm sure you guys are
We found Talus.
also.
She meant Resmi.
I know.
At that point, coming through the door is the maid. And she comes in, she brings in a nice pot of herbal tea and puts a cup in front of each and every one of you. And also a small little plate of breads, fruits, and cheese. And then pours you each cup. And I think at that point, we're going to have our break, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Just to kill the suspense.
Jazz time.
All right. So let's crank on the.
I'm already 3 steps ahead.
Oh, you are.
My 3 steps, I'm in seconds.
All right.
What are your 3 words, Kyle?
What? Explain to me in detail everything that's happened since the camp began. Dragons fucked shit.
Yeah. Very similar to Shuggy's.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Man, 3
Dragons be
words
bad.
is so hard.
But yeah, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the break. This is where our players will jump off just when they can, and we'll go and make a coffee.
Tagging out first.
Yeah, tag out, go make yourself a coffee. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying the story.
Do you need to jump off for a bit?
I don't have to leave quite yet.
Okay. I thought that's
Just
what
leave-
I
just-
again.
She's just confirming whether it's. I gotta pick her up by 9 or 9:15.
Okay.
Just leave it hanging.
Yeah, Jess is doing well. She's carrying the team right now.
Yeah, true.
Just like
What?
jumping in and just like being a full blown like solid NPC.
Oh, she dropped the
PC.
cam.
Her camera just drew up.
Hey. I mean,
Oh, never mind.
I mean, you're doing alright, Belvin.
I'm trying to like role play best
Didn't
I
need
can,
to.
guys.
Alright, man. I give you
I'm going to go grab some.
a 5
Yeah,
out
I
of
want
7.
to. I'll be back.
Okay, now that they're both gone.
Alright, guys, now we can plot. So, Belvin,
Alright,
you
so
make
what
the
I'm
first
thinking I'm
attack.
actually gonna do. Now, what I'm gonna do is when the maid comes around to me, I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals, and I'm gonna cast like a fuckload of little tiny insects, and they're gonna sneak under her dress, and then they're just gonna like follow her out, and then I'll get them to like get out and just suss out if there's an army or anything or
Ants.
something's going on.
Rob,
Yeah, that'll work.
Rob. How
That's
will
my
she not
plan.
know there's ants in her pants?
No, she's like so. Yeah, she's just a maid.
I'm just saying.
It's just a
You're
mate you
putting
won't
ant-
notice
You're putting ants in her pants, man. Like
ants.
that's you.
So that's my
Alright.
plan.
God.
Um.
Do you,
well,
or do you think she's legit, or do you think she's sus?
I believe her. I believe Talus.
Oh, it's just Cole's house.
Probably.
Oh, I just saw her on Cole's camera,
No, he's just really fast.
and he shrunk, and his hair's blonde.
But yes, the plan is to talk it out. I feel.
That's what we're trying to do. Casimir's very cynical though. She's part of the cult. Then he's very suspicious of her.
But like, the only thing is, she hasn't confirmed her actual part in the cult.
She's been
Yeah, that is
stalling.
true.
I mean, I've asked.
Yeah.
I've asked
What
her
is this
twice
pop
now.
in the interrogation question?
My role in
Very
the cult
sus.
is to stall for a few minutes while the soldiers group up and kill you.
That's what I mean. So if I send those ants out, they can go and suss out whether there's soldiers forming up.
Why the
Well-
ants?
And
Why? Where's Spitter?
He's still
Oh, yeah,
on,
a spitter.
he's on autopilot. Hopefully Carl's letting him just cruise around.
So if I have to
you know, he's
leave-
forgot all about him.
so if I've got to leave momentarily
But
to go,
That just means your plan can't work.
no, that means that you know my plan and you have to
No,
execute.
I'm not instigating that at all.
Son, I need you.
this is all telepathic chat, by the way. Everyone watching, they're just having this telepathic conversation.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes, telepathic.
This is break time. What happens at break time stays in break time.
You know, I can actually lip read, which is pretty sick.
Oh yeah, you got the feet. Although I don't think it's very hard to lip
I
read when
also-
they're talking
Oh,
to you.
you mean Ikram does? I thought you meant
Oh,
you
no, like-
yourself. I was just like,
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
when did you learn
been
that?
practicing?
My
Yeah.
spare time.
Yeah.
Oh, so
And-
that's why you've been
yeah.
so busy. You've been at lip reading class.
Just spying out the window at people. It's like, wonder what they're saying. I bet they're talking shit about me.
Yelling out the window, hey, fuck you, buddy.
Then you lip read and they actually are talking shit about you. You're like,
Yeah. No, that's how it, yeah. The first bit was how it started. Then that's when you went like, you know what, I'm going to learn how to lip read. And then, yes.
Yeah, I'm
Tag
awesome.
back in. Tag back
So, Robbie, I have a plan. And
No.
what we're going to do
No.
is when the maid comes around, I'm going to cast conjure animals, and then I'm going to conjure ants, and then they're going to like hide under the chick's dress and like crawl out with her, and then they're going to go and just suspect quiet.
He's pretty much just going to give her ants in the pants, okay? Like,
And then she can scout out and
Why?
see if there's enemies. I'm sus.
You're going crazy, Ikram. You're going
I'm
crazy.
sus.
God.
You're gonna put ants in my pants. Is that
No, in the maid's pants.
why? What has the maid done to you?
They're going to like.
Child.
So no, she's going to be walking, and then the ants are going to be like here, like running along with her feet. Hide.
But ants would have to be pretty quick to keep up with her.
Just latch on.
Yeah.
are
That's
these,
what
are these
I
like
mean,
bull ants where
Have
they
you
like
seen the
they
movie
jump
Ants?
and bite?
They could be, mate.
Well,
God.
then
Could
she
be fire
definitely,
ants.
she definitely noticed, and then you're just gonna kill this maid with ants.
Yeah, she could be. I know she's part of the cult,
She
mate.
could be a spy. Oh wait, she's part of the cult.
Who's part of the cult?
The
No
maid.
one.
Never.
The maid.
Would never. The maid. They're all the cults.
Everyone's a cultist.
Well.
Yes. Well, indeed.
That's a nice stirring, boy.
It's a nice turn. So,
But Rob, if you go, I am not instigating that plan. I'm just saying.
Rob, how far off are you from going?
Robert.
You can't hear you,
Robert is muted.
Roberto.
Can't hear you at all.
Not muted.
Ah, you've unplugged his thing, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. There we
Yeah, I unplugged my thingy.
You sat on it, didn't you?
I'll probably leave in like 5-ish.
go. Okay. So let's bring it on back in. Bring it back into game, and we'll set off some tensions.
Set off the plan. Hey,
No.
hey,
Have you missed
Belvin.
the plan now?
No.
Mon,
Activate
what's
the
the plan?
sleeper unit.
The music is so fitting.
So
You can't
sad.
hear me.
Carl's trying
I
to
took-
appeal to our emotions.
Careful. Let us know in chat how loud that is.
I'll probably turn.
All right. Turn down a little bit. All right.
I think just a little bit.
All right. So, bringing it back in together. The maid has gone around to each and every one of you and filled up this nice bubbling boiled herbal tea, smelling of lilac and snowberries. She then looks at you and goes, "Is there anything else, miss?"
No, thank you. We're fine.
Of course. Bidet. And she will leave.
That bitch. Sorry, she's my maid. Ah, bitch.
Talus says.
Later.
And I'm just like, that's the
Gotcha.
Talos I remember.
All right.
Yes.
An awkward
Yeah.
moment.
Why was that so awkward?
I
It should.
don't know.
Robbie,
know what
raise
to
your camera, will you?
Oh, it's coffee hour still. My book.
What else?
Damn it, we have to go back to normal mode now.
Yeah. Sorry. When the music gets more dramatic. That's when it's it.
So your basic plan was to follow Resmir to this house, and then what? You're aware that she has very highly trained guards around her constantly, and without any help from anyone inside the cult, you'll have no idea how to track or follow her. Right? So the basic plan was try and follow and stab.
Well, I mean, it almost worked last time for us. We had Resmir backed into a corner back at Neotir.
But she bitched out.
But
Usain Bolt.
Let's do that.
and that was before, even with just us four, and maybe some lizard men helped with other parts of it, but the majority of it was us.
Seems like maybe an easier way would be to make a deal with me.
Well, what sort of deal would you be talking about, though?
Well, being that I seem to hate Resmir about the same amount as you, and am in the cult to foil her destruction, I maybe could tell you a thing or two about where she's headed and how maybe to best to get to her. I think maybe if you kill her for me, I will give you information about the other leaders of the cult.
What does your orange
Okay.
mate over here feel about you going against the cult?
Because she's completely loyal to me.
Talus the
As in-
White will lead.
Almost. As is almost everybody else in this house. Well, everybody that I
kill anyone,
know.
I guess. Then
It's preferable to leave my staff alive.
Kush steps a couple of steps forward and raises his hands up. Says, "All praise our mother and our strength. This woman has single-handedly, by herself, headed up to the northern snowlands, stepped up to the front of a dragon's face, and brought it to the whims of Tiamat and our dogma. No external influences. Nothing. She's a born leader.
Now
Praise
is,
Tiamat. Praise Talus."
and I look back to the group and say, now is about the time I mentioned that my dragon is protecting the horde in the castle where Resmir is. I think. What do we say?
So the only thing you would want in return is that we slay Resmir.
The only thing I can think of at the moment.
So you're all devout believers in the summoning of Tiamat, are you?
About the what, sorry?
Summoning of Tiamat? You believe she should be summoned to the material plane?
I believe that there is power in Tiamat that nobody could ever know until she comes back.
But Tiamat will only bring destruction.
Why? I thought we were worried about Resmir before Talus. Talus is Talus.
Tiamat.
Tiamat. I know. Luke. We can keep in company, in contact, and continue discussing Tiamat at a later date. But time is of the essence, I believe. If Skyreach if Resmir passed through here days ago and Skyreach has left wherever it was tethered.
So how do we reach this Skyreach? If we decide to help you.
I think I would like a guarantee of that before I give you literally all of the information. It's like you don't know me at all.
Of course.
Well,
Perfectly reasonable.
I mean, we know as much as we have known pretty much from the start. So there's probably more that can be known, but at this point in time, would you give us a couple minutes to talk it out?
I'm going to. I'll look at Kush and nod, and get up because they choose wisely, and nod and leave the room.
All right. So Kush and Talus exit the room. The door's left open. Boys, you're left with the team.
Belvin, you should just come and move me on down to here so we can discuss.
Yeah, Belvin, join the group.
Yeah, you loner.
Now Sandstorm's outside.
Alright. So
There we go.
this kitty cat.
Knew he was going to
he's
get in there soon.
Yeah. Feel free to talk about me as if I'm not here. That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
But I can see you right there.
I don't know. I personally think that this is an opportunity that we really should take. Since we know Talus, you know, who knows? We could sway her away from
Do we know her
The-
really?
Yeah,
cult of Tiamat.
It's been 8
she's
years.
been gone for a
She's-
long time.
She said she's willing to give up Resmir's location,
Yeah.
location of the horde they've got. The
Yeah, but
other,
what if it's
the other
not a-
leaders.
What if it's a trap?
Make an insight check.
What other chance would we have?
I agree with Belvin.
Except for going in blind, which
Though heavily reserved, you can tell that in those words she is truthful. But her motives aren't clear, except for the one of the slaying of Resmir.
there's definitely some
Exhale.
underlying reason she wouldn't want Resmir dead. But at this point in
Yeah.
time, I think we take it as it comes.
Don't you think it was awful convenient that she knew that we were kind of coming, I feel?
No, I mean the only reason why she knew we were here is because somebody dropped a chest.
No, but remember how when we got there, I remember how when she found us, then the maid came and she's like, oh, your guests arrived.
Yes, but that doesn't
Bam!
necessarily mean
Sus!
that's
Oh,
meant.
shit. That was well
That
cited.
doesn't necessarily mean that's for us.
Boom.
What about the other guests?
Flipping the table.
Remember that Resmir was supposed to drop by a whole bunch.
Yeah.
You mentioned that just a billion times. Not
Yeah.
here, but
Why is Talus
Talus just
eavesdropping right now?
pokes her head in the door. No, I was talking about Resmi.
right away.
Oh, sorry, guys.
That's all right. I got what
Yeah.
Talus is going. You guys just
I agree with Bell.
We'll continue being sus. Alright.
you just keep thinking about your ant theory and whatever you were gonna do.
Hey,
It's
I will
okay.
fucking elk this shit up.
At any time.
Come at me, Brew.
No, don't make me. All right.
Oh shit.
I agree with
I
Bell.
will go along
We
with what's
should.
going on, but I'm gonna be sus.
Worst case, we get some information and Talus betrays us. Best case, we get some information and Talus helps us destabilize the cult from the inside.
And you know, this having a contact in this position might be very helpful for us. But where it might lead and Talus's end goal, we can't be too sure. But I think this is an opportunity that we can't really miss. So are we in agreement?
Fine.
Oh.
Alright.
Ow.
I've got to go anyway for a little bit, so
Alright.
I will
Okay.
follow along, and I will leave you with the Guardian.
Say hello to Strahd for us.
Oh.
Say hello to Strahd. Alright.
Bye.
I'll be back soon.
Yeah, Rob.
Say no.
Right, so Ikram nods and just decides to go along with the plan. Everyone else?
And the better version of Ikram appears.
No, he doesn't.
Upgrade crew.
Wow.
Doll of a DM.
So, what happens next?
So we're all in agreement. I just gonna nod to everybody, and I'm gonna gesture back to Talus and like, we've made a decision.
Cool. Come back in.
Gonna move you.
So fancy that you. Oh, it's so fancy that you can't walk through walls. And there's that.
DM hacks.
Some walls.
Fancy, but sometimes annoying.
Annoying. Yeah. I
Sorry.
was like, I just want to cut straight across. What's going on
You
here?
just-
You have to
You're just
play
like,
Operation with you.
Dude,
Can't
token.
walk through walls in my own house. What is
How
this?
dare you?
This is the worst house
Think of
ever.
that.
So I'll sit back down and say, so an agreement was reached. Plan on letting me in on that.
And we will be happy to accept your help.
We think the deal is mutually beneficial. You help us and we help you.
Are you sure Sandstorm agrees with you? It's been awfully quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
He just meows.
I don't speak cat.
I
I just give her a glare of like. Yeah, that's it. That's all I say.
Your adopted brother
That's-
gives you.
that's all you say with a glare.
It's a glare.
And meow.
Meow.
So yeah,
Aggressively.
your
Meow.
your
that's
adopted
right.
brother just gives
Wait,
is just glaring
a
at you.
shit.
intensely.
Oh, you youngins. I will help you then. And I wave my arm across the table and cast this.
Fireball.
Fireball. Fuck you all up.
Oh shit.
That escalated.
As a bunch of magically infused food appears. Hurrah!
As from off the shelf, as she waves her hand, this little bowl just disintegrates. That's part of gemstones, just breaks, and that gem dust then spreads out onto the table, creating a fantastic breakfast in front of you. Magically enchanted, powerful.
I would offer you a night's rest, but as the day is still blatantly very young and you don't seem to want to hang around for very long, I shall provide you with some food and tell you what happens next. I have one condition of killing Resme, and that is that I cannot be connected with her death. My plan within, and this is said under the most highest of secrecy, my plan within the cults is to rise now as Mondath would, while learning things to help you on your quest. But in doing so, I cannot be discovered to have helped you or anyone like you in any way, shape, or form, as is obvious.
Well, you can be assured that we will keep your name secret and your assistance as well. I'm sure everyone, Resme will definitely think that we have just been on her trail. We have been for a fair while now.
Excellent. Am I okay to do an information dump now? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can do that.
Don't
Alright.
roleplay at all. Yeah.
No.
Okay, excellent, because can't.
I demand
Like-
roleplay.
I demand roleplay.
Unacceptable.
From
Sorry.
the information that I have gathered so far, Resmir is taking Skyreach, which is a floating castle led by a storm giant, containing a hoard of gold protected by my dear Glazehail, towards there, Kyle. Where are they headed?
The Sunset Mountains.
There we go. The Sunset Mountains. To follow the castle, you will need transport, which I can give you directions to. In the town of No, I've got too many pages here.
Tarnist.
Tarnist. I will provide you with Colt TANAS. Oh, Tarnist. I will provide you with the robes or the outfits of cult members and their banner to go to the town and collect from their stables wyverns. The town is full of black cultists, which are under the protection and leadership of Resmir herself. So don't get caught and trust no one. You will then follow them towards the Sunset Mountains on the wyverns if you can get through the town alive. And I would recommend landing on the highest point of the castle, Skyreach, and finding Resmir from there. I'm sure you can do the rest if you've been so courageous so far. Got some questions.
Casimir took
No.
notes.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone read this and see if it seems accurate.
See, Casimir's got skills.
My question would be...
Skyreach does sound awesome.
what do we do about your dragon?
My dragon will not attack unless I command it, and obviously I'm not going to let him eat you. But the best way to placate him is treasures or valuables and food. So I will allow you to take some of the gold from my chest in the bedroom. And just any big game that you can find would be appreciated from him. Don't take any of his hoard. He will kill you.
Okay. And you're able to command him from here, or is he on a command from last time you saw him?
I believe I'm able to command him from here. Yeah.
Okay.
And what color is this dragon under your command?
White. The whitest of whites.
White dragons. So Casimir studied dragons. He would know like where it sort of stands compared to other chromatic dragons, right?
More bestial. Being this, you're not really sure where you are in the world, but you feel like this climate isn't, or even up in the mountains, but in and around this climate isn't properly suited for really a white dragon.
Yeah.
So it being down in this sort of like temperate and kind of mountainous region is a pretty big deal.
I think, from my memory, they're the least intelligent chromatic dragons.
From your memory, yes.
Okay. So, would Casimir know that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I want to add that to your document you gave me earlier, Luke.
What's that?
That document with extra notes. I'm adding it to it.
That was written much more plainly than this.
Well, it's better.
Nailed it.
You did. That was wonderful, Jess. You did amazing work.
Very nice.
Well, I think that information and guidance is pretty solid.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
I actually start to speak for once, and I go, "Sister, hopefully after this, it'd be better to meet in different circumstance."
I hope that as well. Depending on where this next mission takes you, it may be quite a while.
Until then.
Indeed.
Bye.
I was gonna say, like,
Bye.
As if
We,
Walked out. Bye.
we definitely still have food here, so
Yeah. There's like it takes an hour to consume the breakfast.
Yeah, it is a. Obviously, you all saw that it was a hero's breakfast as well. Yeah.
They don't really know like that kind of magic, but it's just them eating it like they just feel. I'd like you to roll 2d10, please, Jess.
I can do that. Your cat thinks my arm is food.
God damn it.
Damn, that is a good feast. Tastes like bravery and immunity to poison being fried. And wisdom saves.
Yeah.
Everyone gains 10 temporary max HP.
That's so. Why isn't it just temp HP?
No, because
I guess because it adds.
So you heal up to it.
Yeah.
So it's better, I think.
Yeah, it's better than temporary. It just makes things
Because
more awkward.
Yeah. Alright, well, hopefully I
Yeah, to
remember
like
this.
put in the sheets.
Yeah.
If you change in the sheets, will it? I don't know anymore.
Just remember like what it was before.
I'm just gonna put temporary.
I'm just
current
putting it in.
change
I'm just putting it in brackets on my hit point maximum.
I don't know if it updates your
I've-
token then.
it might, but I've already put it down in my notes that everyone here is face plus 10. So after 24 hours, you will lose that plus 10.
Okay, I'll just put plus 10 and then you remind me to minus it.
Alright.
Did that change on my token? It did. Horse fancy pants roll 20.
Very much so. All right.
We have
So
the
with that,
technology.
after consuming, having a breakfast, you become immune. You become cured of all poisons, disease. You become immune to poison and being frightened. You make wisdom saving throws at advantage, and your hit point maximum is increased by 10, and lasts for 24 hours.
Does it make you full for 24 hours though?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
It's like, or I can give you some. Someone can ask me for some.
Like
Food.
how are you gonna have rations after that sort of meal?
Exactly.
It's true.
Until the effects wear off.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and the passphrase, sorry, out of character, is Tiamat, our mother, our strength, and you're gonna make a claw thing, like what Kush did before. With the hand. Left hand. Was it left hand? Right hand.
Doesn't matter. Right hand.
Doesn't matter. Right hand. There you go.
Right hand. Has to be right hand.
Is this for the town so we can talk to the cultists?
So you can get into the town, yeah.
Yeah.
And I also told you it's a day's march to Parnast, and the floating castle.
Hour. Sorry.
Okay, an
Retcon.
hour's now. Retcon hour. And the floating castle is headed. So Skyreach is headed southeast.
What was the password again? Sorry.
Our mother, Tiamat, our mother, our strength.
Tiamat. Alright, cool. Thanks.
I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything.
That's right. If you miss anything, you can just retcon it.
That's true.
One
Now-
thing. That was one thing.
Yeah,
One
I got the
entire page of stuff.
adopted brother thing wrong. Yeah. My bad.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a common mistake, it seems.
I blame Kyle.
Yeah. I try my best.
No,
Well, I mean, it's hard because me and Sandstorm get mistaken.
Oh yeah.
it's
all the
hard
time.
being
Just-
Sandstorm.
Just in general public.
It's hard being any of my players, okay? In any of my campaigns.
I
You do
agree with
alright,
that.
Kyle. Sometimes.
Except when he tries to murder the heck out
Yeah,
of you.
that is a little bit. How you going? When he tries to murder your face. You know we
So
love you, Kyle.
Oh,
the best. Oh. So obviously a bunch of chit chat.
Let's get to it.
So I guess I will take you to the armory, which is just down the hall. And give you a bunch of stuff.
okay.
The robes and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cult
So-
disguise.
Sorry,
Follow
everyone.
me, everything is alright.
So Talus
Oh, shit.
leads you. Sorry, everyone.
I just don't know where we are on the map.
Oh,
There we are.
Talus leads you all downstairs to a glorious chamber. You see, in this parlor room, stout beams overhead stained with black smoke. Large comfortable table and comfortable chairs take up within it, with a small wardrobe and a suit of dull black armor standing down in the bottom right-hand corner. You see a large tapestry that shows 3 hounds dragging a white boar, and it kind of shimmers with a strange light just over the top of this area here. So just over the top of this bookshelf here. As Talus comes in, and a couple of Kush comes in a couple of minutes later, followed by a couple of servants. These servants all hold these fine purple silk robes, and also hold this banner of 5 colors: white, black, green, blue, and red, that drape down with the red hanging over the front of this large purple and bronze embroidered flag that can either be held at the end of a lance or the end of a pole arm, which is currently on now on a pole. Each of you are given these these dark levers, dark cloaks with white bands on around them, as well as like a kind of a full cultist regalia that you guys have seen recently, but with more emphasis on white than it is on black.
I'm also going to send one of the servants to go get some gold.
Okay.
From the chest.
Your maid will definitely go and do that. She comes back a little while later, while the boys get changed around you, if they want to do that.
I mean, I'm happy to leave.
You can point out. Yes, she actually does point to this door over here, and said that there's a bathroom in there.
Yep, she does that.
The butler comes over and says, change room is provided in here. There is still a warm bath left over from the morning, if you need it.
Well, is that going to be like? Are we going to be wearing completely that? It's not like we have like undershirts and stuff to go underneath. Whatever.
This robes can just like go over the top of what we're wearing now, right?
Yeah, they can just go over the top of what you're wearing, and like it's not going to affect your armor. It's just like this regalia that you wear over the top. Like, it's
one at a time would be fine.
One's at a mantle. Like there's cloaks, there's like dressages and like waistcoats.
Well, I'm not going to take my pants off here, so I'm just going to throw a cloak
That's
on
for
there.
later.
So I don't think I need to leave a room.
No, I think putting the cloaks on is probably enough. Enough. Is there anything else? Sorry, is there anything else that you think you'll need for the journey? The whole 1 hour journey.
There's a few magic items in that chest upstairs. They could be useful. Taking down Resmir.
Oh yeah, the chest, the chainmail. Who uses chainmail?
Does anyone use chainmail? There's something else
Can
as
I
well.
use
There's 2 things,
chainmail?
Carl said.
Yep, so there was a scroll. Talis, that's a scroll of Scorching Ray at level 5.
Phew.
And you have a +1 chainmail inside.
What's that categorized as? What size armor?
Chainmail, I think
That's
it's heavy.
medium.
Chainmail,
Ooh,
I think is heavy.
Chain-
It's heavy
Yeah.
armor. Yeah.
Chainmail's heavy, yeah.
I only can have light armor.
Yeah, Belvin's the only one that could wear
But do it, Belvin.
it. He's got plate though, doesn't
I was going to say I don't need.
It's shiny and glowing.
he? We can sell it.
You usually put chainmail underneath your plate armor, though. That's what normally.
Yeah. That's real armor.
That's.
But it's a D&D. Because normally you have like...
we don't do any real stuff here, guys.
You have your clothing, and then you have like your
Yeah.
gambeson, just like padding, and then you have like chainmail, then you have like your plates.
Well, I mean, I'd be happy to stack chainmail armor and plate armor.
What's that?
No, it's not good.
18 plus 16?
You
Yeah.
immediately fail any stealth checks.
And then put.
I just won't do any. I just won't get hit at all.
Don't need stealth when you're a tank.
I just walk through just like this and just tax just bouncing off me.
Ellie.
Until someone breathes fire or dust, heat metal on you, and then you die.
Yeah. But, and I'm just like, worth it.
So
So you're
Someone
asking. So you're asking
Yeah.
her for her magic items.
Well, my magic.
Stuff.
Well, sorry, what else was in the chest? So there was some chainmail and what?
A scroll of Scorching Ray, which is a first level spell, but it's inscribed as a 5th level spell.
Okay.
Do we need
Did-
those?
Did you need the chainmail?
Chainmail's
No.
all yours.
Didn't sell it.
How much gold's in the chest are there?
Talus, you have 4,000
You
gold
already
pieces.
know. Holy
The
You're
real
not
question.
taking 4,000 gold pieces.
All right, we'll just take
Right.
3,500.
fuck.
That amount is set by you. How much do you want to give them?
That's all I have, just like in my entire life.
Life
or-
savings.
Just in your personal chest. You own this entire building. You own everyone within it.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that makes me sound like a slave trader. Okay.
We are part of the
I don't
cult of the
that
dragon.
Yeah.
Well,
So
well,
you
not
would.
owned, but everyone is loyal to.
Judgy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very sorry.
No. All right. I will walk over
Let's be real.
to.
I think all us put together, we have more gold on our person than that.
Don't tell her that.
You can have two.
What is
2,000
what is-
gold.
Now, what is an adequate amount to satisfy your dragon?
There isn't an adequate amount to satisfy a dragon.
That will,
Yeah,
That
nothing-
will make,
nothing
that'll make
satisfies
that'll
dragon.
make him not kill us at least. That's what-
He'll only kill you if you interrupt his lively. I had something for this and I lost it. He'll only kill you if you bother him. So I thought to give you gold just in case you encounter him, and if not, I guess you can keep it for future.
I'm sure we could
I
put it
just
to
don't
good
want you-
use.
no, I'm sure.
I'm sure you could.
1,000 gold.
We've recently
A
acquired some
1,000
real
gold should
estate.
be enough.
We could definitely
1,000 gold should
put
be
the gold
enough.
into it.
Casimir, see what you're doing. I will give Belvin 1,000, the 1,000 gold, and also hold out to him a wand.
A wand?
That's perfect for Belvin.
So as she hands you this this small little coffer,
You can give it to somebody else.
this small little coffer of gems of gold coins. She also then hands you what looks to be this. 1 second. I wasn't expecting you to do that.
No, I said I wasn't going to, and then
Oh, you wasn't? Okay. Now you
I
are?
wasn't. But now I am.
Okay. So she
Damn.
basically she pulls out of her robes what looks to be an icicle with a blue crystal at the end of it. This icicle looks cold to the touch, as it emanates a small amount of frost coming off it.
Can I actually change my mind at the last minute? Can I retcon this? Well, you don't
Ye-
do magic, do you, Belvin? You don't
An
do magic?
armored wizard.
The only magic I know is the magic bestowed upon me from the deity helm.
So you know that won't help him.
Casimir's
went
just
So I only know paladin magic. That's all I know.
Casimir just mage hands
I was
to Belvin, taps on his shoulder.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I just. So, yeah, I'd probably give it to Casimir instead. She just
Okay.
kind of like goes to hold it to Belvin and then kind of
He's like, "Ah."
changes at the last minute and holds it out to
I
Casimir.
mean, you could have given it to Belvin, and Belvin could have might have given it to Casimir.
She
Can
totally
give
thought you were
Belvin
too
the-
stupid to use it.
Wow.
Screw you, man.
I was gonna give Belvin one of them the scroll as well, but
Hey,
Because
That's
Belvin can
good
use the
design.
scroll
Not
Belvin
role
would
playing.
grab the wand
gifts anymore.
and throw it at somebody and be
Gonna
like,
stab me with
"Ah."
it.
Yeah.
I can't stab.
Talos then changed direction, going from Belvin and pointed towards Casimir. Casimir, you can mage hand or actually interact. Your choice.
Mage hand.
Like from a good 10 feet away. He's
I think I
second
can
hand.
probably hold on to it if you are gonna try and fucking mage hand it from me.
I don't take it personally. He just mage hands everything.
Alright. I am taking it personally. It's been 8 years.
You see, Talos is just like a little annoyed by that you used a spell to grab the wand, like to go to attempt to grab the wand. Talos, do you give it up?
I'm just gonna kind of cock my head like, can you not?
What's the point
Come
of
on,
magic if we
Casimir.
don't use it?
That is a bit rude.
Begrudgingly walk over. Casimir fucking loves magic.
I was like, do you want the wand or not?
Belvin will take the wand.
Oh my god! Someone take the fucking wand
I moved
with their
Cas-
actual hand, for the
Casimir
love of God.
walked over to Talos. Thank you, Talos.
Did it wisely. And I'll give the scroll to Belvin as well. Or
Oh,
Sandstorm, whoever is more likely to use
Oh,
it.
no, don't give it a Sandstorm. Oh,
Okay, well.
I have a bag.
It is.
Pocket that.
I think that's about.
But
Done.
Belvin has the 1,000 gold. Casimir has the wand. Sandstorm has the scroll.
Alright.
I thought Belvin did.
And
Belvin
Belvin
has
also
the
has the
scroll.
scroll.
Damn you.
Belvin
you
has the scroll.
crap
Belvin has the
hands
skull.
with Sandstorm.
No, Belvin has the scroll.
Talos will just look at Sandstorm in like a nod of just kind of like, we're both still a bit on the fence about each other here, so that's why you're not getting any. You're not
I
gonna
don't need
use
anything.
the chain now.
Nah. I got everything I need right here. Get my daggers out.
Just
So
twirls his daggers around.
Would you actively give us your magic items?
Would I?
Yeah.
Plenty more where that came from.
We're doing a big favor for her. Because if she takes, like, over Resmir's position as well in the cult, she'd have a lot more, like, followers and resources.
Yeah, that's true. Alright. Oh. Thank you, sister.
Welcome. Shall you continue? Do you wish to continue on your journey?
No, the end.
No. Bye.
Roll initiative.
Oh god.
No.
I'm gonna murder the heck out of you now.
It just gave you all
Give
the
you all my
stuff so I
shit.
can kill you and loot it back.
Yeah. It's more fun that way.
Biggest
Alright,
plot twist.
well, I would say the quicker we get this done, the better for all of us.
Alright. Well, I'll walk them out of the lodge now.
You could
That's-
also use the tapestry, if
I-
you want, or you could walk them out.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, the
shit.
tapestry. You're a genius. That's in this room, isn't it?
Yes.
Sick.
So the large tapestry that shows 3 hounds dragging a white boar through the wilderness. A bit of it draped down. It's just over here. Ping. So it hangs here and like drapes around this bookcase. As it kind of shimmers, you know that if someone touches it in the bottom right-hand corner, they will morph through it.
I'll say one last thing before I let you go. Do you have any way of communicating with me once you leave?
I can contact you through sending.
Can I contact you back through that?
Yes, you can. You do have the sending spell.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can. Excellent. I will be in contact with you when I have more information about the leaders of the cults that I think is relevant to your quest. But before I go, and she's gonna hold out her hand towards them. Do a little bit of that.
Okay, so as Talus holds her hands out and touches each and every one of you, you're all coated with a Death Ward spell as she calls out in the ancient draconic and makes a small little hand gesture. There's a small shimmer of purple around your wall that then dissipates.
This tapestry will take you to the forest, follow the path, and I hope to see you all again much sooner than it has this time. If you would all step through one at a time.
I don't think it'll be 8 years until our next meeting.
Belvin will go last.
But is he going to give her a hug?
Don't spoil it, mate. Fuck.
Kaz will head through.
Alright, so Casimir. Hold on.
And dive through that bookcase.
All right. So as there's as a tapestry hangs there, and there's these small bits hanging down the side. On the right hand side, you see as you put your hand through it, you can feel gravel on the other side as your body, as Casimir's body then vanishes just out of plain sight, just dissipates. Casimir, you find yourself very far down a steep mountain trail. As you look around, you find yourself within the morning dew and winds of the forest that surrounded the lodge. As you look around and gain your bearings, you see you are probably 5 miles down a mountain trail where you can just see the mountain ledge from where the standing stones lay.
Rob said Ikram's close behind Kaz.
Then Casimir, Ikram then appears right next to you, and he confirms that. Tells you this probably should only be maybe now probably about 40 minutes down the mountain till you guys reach the place.
Efficient.
Okay. So that's
After you, Sandstorm. No, couldn't hear you, Robbie.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now okay.
Yeah, I can now.
Ah, what the hell? I whispered to you. Okay, brother. Let's do this.
All right. Then Sandstorm, as you put your hand through it as well, you then vanish. And Belvin, you are left last.
Alright. Belvin, before heading through, will stand next to Talus. How tall is Talus?
who is a giant. Yeah.
Yeah, she's literally 3 times your height.
Let me. No, probably not. Bio. Where are we?
She's not 18 foot tall, right?
She's 5'8".
Okay.
Small.
So, while Belvin at 6'5",
Looks down on me.
puts a hand on Talus's shoulder, and then goes in for a big hug.
She will hug him back. And then Okay. And then do this.
I need Luke and Robbie to take off their headsets and not listen.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Rob, if you're listening, I need you to tune out. I'm talking to you, Ikram.
I guess I won't do that in the Roll20 thing then, because that would not make sense.
No, makes sense. Let me just take a quick look. Belvin, make a wisdom saving throw at normal, not advantage.
Talus says to you, collect the helm and protect it, and tell me when you have it. Do not let anyone else touch it, and return with it when I ask. Don't get yourself killed, little brother.
Talus, you see that there is a small spark within his eyes that kind of shimmers just in the backdrop and then dissipates. You, Belvin, you feel this request come over you, and it's the most trusted words you've ever heard from your sister, especially those last couple of bits. As you nod your head agreeingly, you come back into yourself, and you're still hugging Talus.
Right.
And I'll let
Be
go
well,
and step
sister.
back now.
And then I'll go.
Be well, brother.
Belvin will go.
And then bye.
And with that,
Alright, before they put their headset back on, I quickly recap that. Collect helm.
Collect the helm, protect it, tell me when you have it.
Yep, cool.
Do not let anyone else touch it, and return it when I ask. Don't get yourself killed.
you feel compelled to not get yourself killed.
I think he should always feel like he shouldn't.
More so now.
Yeah.
More so now.
More so now. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
And done.
Awesome.
And with
I'm going
that,
to tell them to put their headsets back on now.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, headsets on.
I can't hear you say that.
I know. I'm telling the joint. Yeah, you're right. And so, after the hug is exchanged and they part ways after 8 years, seeing each other just briefly. Somehow on the other side of the fence, but still on the same side. Belvin looks back at Talus, moves him forward, touches tapestry. And there everyone stands on this mountain trail as the early morning sun rises off, has begun to rise, springing down, lighting up this valley. With that, the mountain lodge is off in the distance, about 5 miles up. And I would like to thank Jess for coming in and playing Talus tonight. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was
Thank
good.
you for having me.
Yes.
Best
You're
guest
welcome.
we've had.
Welcome.
The
You're the
first guest.
best guest
No, the
we've
best
ever
guest
had.
we've ever had on our stream.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully not our last.
No,
No,
hopefully
because
many
her-
more.
because
More
her
prepared than
story-
me.
Her story is still to be told.
Yes.
And with that, I'd like to thank Jess for coming in tonight.
Thanks for
and,
having me.
A wonderful,
Jess.
Thank you
wonderful,
very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Good luck.
perfectly.
You gave a lot of good character to big character, like a big character in the game, so it's good.
She is
Kyle.
that we forgot about because it was so
Troublesome.
long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I always still remembered her.
I
Always
saw
still remembered her.
I saw that little bit of like that.
With the hairpin.
Yeah, with the hairpin. Like
Yeah.
it took 2 tries, but you were just like, oh no.
No,
Oh,
it-
nobody
it
else
rang-
knows.
When you first said it, I'm just like, that hairpin sounds familiar from somewhere. And I was going to ask you, like, does Belvin know where this hairpin And then I'm just like, clicked in my head. I'm like,
If you didn't
No
know,
way.
it'd be fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Incredible. We had the sword as backup. The sword as
Yeah.
backup. For if
The
you didn't get the pin.
Serpent Helm family sword.
I
She
got
still
that
has
one.
it.
because
Alright.
then Belvin had her our dad's one.
But not the families.
Just the dad.
But all right, thank you so much, Jess, for joining me. And
You're welcome. Good luck. Try not to die.
Like, yeah.
We'll try our best.
I will. Catch you guys.
Alright,
Belvin
See you
tries it
later.
every time.
Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us.
See ya. You're welcome.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
See you in chat. Did you hear that?
I did. That was wonderful.
That's the best button ever. I can't believe it's still
Oh, that
alive.
transition.
What transition?
That was-
What are you talking about? Nothing happened.
I know, like, seriously, dude, I must admit, I'm going to do a shout out to Boneweave here. This year, it's been flawless. No, every time we do on the stream, we can hear our voices, not mute, unmuting, muting, everything. It's been great.
Thanks, mate. Try my
No
best.
Next stream's going to be fucking chaos now,
Yeah,
isn't
just
it?
like, fuck you.
All right.
No, it's been a good year.
And so, as you all stand upon this mountain trail, you see that the trail descends deeper and deeper down the mountain towards a base. Around the usual nooks and hairpin turn, you can see down over the cliff that there is a small town. What looks to be a swirl of mist just on the outskirts of the town, just beyond where you believe the path ends. So after coming out and traveling down, is there any interaction between you guys, or do you just talk, or do you just walk?
Very
Was
realistic
there-
path.
There was like a noticeable time gap between Sandstorm leaving and Belvin leaving, right? Through the tapestry.
Yeah, there was like a good 12 seconds. Like, whereas like Casimir, Ikram came out to Casimir instantly, and then
And then-
Sandstorm came probably about maybe 12 seconds, but
I thought they were chatting for a while because we were off headsets
Oh,
for like
well,
3 minutes.
well, no. Okay, so
Ah.
look, it did happen. It took about a minute. I'm going to say a minute.
Okay.
About a minute.
I should have asked everyone's permission, but what Shugi said, I accepted it anyway. Is that alright? Like,
Yeah, no, that's
are
fine.
we accepting
Yep,
that kind of
yep,
language
yep,
in
yep,
chat?
yep,
Awesome,
yep.
sweet. I had to
Okay.
accept that language, and I did in mine.
What the
That's
fuck,
all good. It's
man?
all good.
How the fuck can you put up like language like that in chat? Are you serious?
Fuck and hell.
Yeah, so it was probably about 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes of them talking.
Okay.
Well, not even them talking, but you know,
But like it was noticeable that something
it was a
said
noticeable
between them.
lag.
So it's like,
But-
yeah.
It was a noticeable lag, but any more than that, it was probably just like a minute, literally like a minute to 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was saying.
Thank you, Capricorn Cross, for the follow.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't apologize, Shuggy.
I'm fucking sorry. Shit. Not apologizing at all.
Um,
Next time, though, I'm going to time you out.
Sandstorm, the fun police.
Do I look serious?
He does. All right.
That's my secret, Robbie. I'm always serial.
So yeah, Belvin, as you come and join your brother and your friends, the mountain trail awaits.
All right, onwards.
Oh,
I just, say, nice. So you had some kind parting words with your long-lost sister, did you, Belvin?
I just had to give her an embrace before I had to leave again. Because it was one thing I regretted all those years ago.
I know she's your sister, but 8 years can change a person, especially if they're part of this cult.
Yes.
I'd
Yes,
advise you
but-
not to trust her completely.
But she's family, and that part of her will come first until proven
Yeah, I guess until she
to be till proven that she cannot be trusted.
Yeah, I think that's how I went out. I didn't say anything. I was sort of just in the middle, just waiting to see what would happen. Until then, we'll find out. She betrays us, then I guess we gotta. She wasn't what she once was. But she has a fucking dragon. That's fucking badass. Because we have a dragon, don't we? Where's that dragon?
Yeah, where's Elliot? I'm guessing she didn't come through the teleport with us.
No, she did not.
Well,
She
Blow
was.
the whistle and go.
I can't remember what happened with Elliot.
Elliot did come around the area of Riverguard, but was not.
Do you guys hear any background music? I don't really hear anything.
There's a little bit of something.
Do you hear something?
A little bit of something.
Oh, I'll change it.
Dragon's Brew. I'm to the gaze now.
I thought I heard something, but it's just a bike. It's a car outside.
It was a trap. Alright, so we're heading down this path towards the next town.
Down
I'm
the
guessing.
path, don't slip. There's a bit of a drop there. Watch out, guys.
Oh, where's the warning signs, Carl? Jesus Christ.
There are
Yeah,
no
look
words. This trail, as you're heading down it, you do see plenty of pack animal deep prints within the ground. As you see lots of like wagon wheels or like caravans heading through, lots and lots of like, you know, recent activity, but not much in volume, or more so than like consistency. It's a consistently used trail. Make a survival check.
Ikram, do it.
He's not here.
Fuck you. Okay.
He's here in spirit.
I'll try to, but I got not much bonus. Fuck. I need you, Ikram. Ikram. We're not as wise as Ikram is.
So yeah, you see just a matted bunch of prints through the ground. Recently, you think you're the only ones to really come through within the last couple of days, maybe a week, maybe a month, although it is very well used. So, as you descend down the mountain trail, you end up coming to the bottom. Who is holding the banner? Who was given the banner?
Ikram.
All opposed?
No one. So, where is my book? There it is. So, as you head on down, following down the mountain, a few things come to your minds. Casimir, you ponder on magics and teleportation while heading down the hill. Belvin, you have a few divine prayers. Sandstorm, you think on how you can be more agile. And Ikram, does he sing? As I'd like to welcome you to level 7.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
Can we like click out?
It's been 84 years
In
since we
your
last
mind.
leveled up.
Yeah. Wow. I have the
As
power.
you come on down from this mountain trail, the trees become more scarce as well. You see the village has a few dozen houses and a small square with buildings that include a tavern at the very opposite end of the square. More closer to you, you can see a stable. You see a shrine as well throughout the town. And you can see a shroud of fog just beyond the village as well. What you see as you look around, there is a small market square where by the well there are 4 guards hanging and chilling around. They all wear this kind of bronze and purple capes with these bronze leather. Bronze leather. There's a couple of stalls set up, and you see that there's a farmer going about his business. There's kids running around as well, here and there. This very small remote village. Where is the thing? As you come past one man, this guy here looks at you as he's like picking up what seems to be a crate of hay bale. He like looks at you and goes, "Aye," and takes a couple of steps.
Just give him a nod and keep on going.
You come on past. Ikram's holding the banner up, basically just chink, 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 and kind of rattles. And as you guys come on in, the guards a few of the guards take notice and begin to make their way over towards you.
The password is Tiamat, our mother, our strength.
As you get towards the stables, you see these 2 big double doors leading to this massive stable that is barred on the outside. And the place looks completely sheltered and shuttered up. One of the guards approach, he's holding his spear up high, bronze blade at its tip. He goes, "Oh there, welcome. How goes you this might fine day?"
Just waiting for a mate.
Does Belvin sort of want to lead the conversation?
Alright,
We could organise this on the walk here.
yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's
Belvin is the most persuasive of us.
Suddenly,
Yeah, it does have the.
Alright, so gonna hit because I'm gonna say this is the gesture. I remember that.
Yeah, the claw.
The claw. Was it that saying is a password to get in to the town, right?
Town, yeah. Which is where we are.
more or less to blend in and without raising any suspicion.
Yeah.
It's like a greeting they give to each other.
Alright. Well, I will. I guess after he was like, "How are you this fine day?" I'm gonna say that's weird to reply with that, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
It's in the rule book.
Puts his hand down and he's like, holding up his hand, he's like, "I'm well." But he looks you up and down and sees all your regalia. He goes, and he kind of stares at you. They all begin to stare at you after they look to their leader and look at your weird response.
Tiamat brings us here. Our mother, our strength.
They all turn to you and go, "Praise be to thee, our mother, our strength." What brings the sect of the White to Barnest?
We need to get to what is it? Sky Temple?
Sky
Skyridge.
Reach.
Reach. Yeah, we in need to get to Skyreach. We have come to acquire some wyverns for travel.
You see the guard looks at the stables and goes, "Come on down to the Golden Tankard and grab a drink. I'll send for my superior, Captain Ufflin, and we'll come talk to you. Come."
Just gonna nod to everybody.
As you guys head through the town,
They're suspicious.
as you guys head through the town, one of the guards kind of breaks off and goes into a building, while what looks to be a temple or a shrine, while the rest of you are led towards this tavern where a yellow tankard overhangs the door of this rustic building. Inside, as you go in, the place is very short on cheer. All conversation stops as 3 sets of eyes turn towards you, and then another comes out from underneath the bar, where you see this heavy-set man with enormous mutton chops, sideburns of ginger fluff. Looks up and pulls up a cup and goes, "Morning, Derek. Few travellers, I see. Alright, take a seat, bring you a drink." And the guard will gesture for you to go in.
Whoops.
We'll follow him in, I suppose.
Yeah. Head on in.
Staying alert.
Need a
Can't
nice
be-
drink.
Can't be acting suspicious.
Yeah.
We've got
I'll
to
just be
act
casual as I'm like, yeah, I want to
casual.
do it.
And he then calls out, "Ronaldo, get out here right now!" And then he looks over towards you and then says, "I'll send the pot boy over to you in a moment. The finest available from my humble tavern." And then he goes in towards the back door behind his bar. As all eyes look upon you, after a couple of minutes, they go back to their own business as the 4 of you sit down around a table. There's a couple of moments of just quiet, eerie quiet. And then a small little boy, probably about 9 years old, comes over to you, chestnut brown hair as well, with these emerald green eyes, and just brings over to you Ua, a tankard, a large stein of ale and 4 cups, and he clumsily pulls all 4 as it kind of spills out over the table as well. He goes, your ales, sirs," like petrified kid, as if he's talking to the boogeyman. He's like, he doesn't make eye contact with you at all, any of you.
So I'm guessing, not everyone in this town is a cultist. They've just taken over, basically.
Make an investigation check.
17.
17. You get the feeling that the majority of the people within this town is definitely cultist. Whether it's been taken over or not is another story that you don't have enough information on.
Yeah, okay. Then why would this boy be afraid? Is it just because he thinks we're, high-ranking members of the cult? Or
Make an
something
insight
else?
check, yeah.
Alright, cool. I get advantage on that because of the cube?
Yes.
Cool.
You're not 100% sure, but you feel like it's the entirety of the being dressed where you are, and evening holding such banners, or even having the white bands, that is really giving him the chills. Other than that, you're not 100% sure like what it could be, but you do get a sense it is the cult regalia you have on.
So who are we talking to? The ginger?
Yeah, the small little chestnut brown haired boy who's just poured your drinks. A couple of moments later, the man comes back over and takes a seat down with you and says, as he smiles, he's got a really bad case of gingivitis, like bleeding gums. And he sits down next to you and goes, and puts a hand out towards Ikram. He goes, Ragnar Redtooth, how you doing? Okay. Turns to Belvin. Ragnar Redtooth, how you doing?
And then I'll just go in for a big handshake on that one.
What
I just I'm not gonna say an name. I'm just gonna say, good to meet you.
Yeah, it's good to meet you too. Don't get many guests coming on around this place. Take it. Take you've seen some action as well. Take it up in the norths. What's been happening up there?
Shit. Okay. everything's starting to get a little bit quiet up the north area at the moment. So we've been stationed to come back down this way on an urgent business.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I thought you what? I thought your you frost breaths were in full swing, eh? Well, that's interesting. No problem. Well, how long are you in town for? You want me to get you a room, such?
Hopefully not long. Like as I said, we do have some urgent business we need to get to.
This guy is the like the leader of the town kind of thing, right? That's how he introduced himself.
Isn't he
No,
just
no, he was just the barkeep.
tavern?
Ah,
The
right,
guy
right,
behind the bar.
right.
Yeah.
Plastics.
So,
You see he's making small chat, Belvin.
the one cultist that headed off, who did they tell them to go see?
Captain Ostlin.
Okay, so that would be the guy that's in charge.
Yeah.
Like, assumably.
The guy then says, "You guys make yourself comfortable now. Well, let us know when you need a drink. I'll grab you something to eat as well. And you can even go check out the market stalls. A couple of caravans came in recently." At that point, you'll hear echoing from across the town.
Ah, shit.
Oh, that
Does it sound like a wyvern?
sounds like that could be our rides.
Yeah. 'Cause
Make
we have encountered a wyvern before.
you have make a nature check.
I
Make a
remember
nature
that
check.
sound to
Did
wyvern.
you say make a
I'm-
naked check?
I just assumed.
I thought it was gonna be a dragon.
Yeah, well, it could be a dragon. No, I'd be
That's what
wrong.
I'm saying. Like, actually, yeah, I think
Nature.
no, dragons are usually deeper. I think.
Yeah. Oh, 24.
I think Kyle does do a deeper dragon. Do I need to do it?
I think
Yeah,
I did pretty well.
you did very well.
Okay.
And with your studies of dragons and draconic beings, you do recognize it as a wyvern. Sandstorm, having basically slayed one and shot arrows at one. One encounter was basically, you can recognize the draconic sounds of this lesser dragon.
Yeah. You do the voices good because that was different to your regular deeper dragon. You
Alright.
should. I reckon what you should do, Kyle, is get a soundboard and just do all the recordings.
Just spend an entire
Oh.
weekend just going.
Making all these noises.
Custom
It'll probably
soundboard.
save your voice in the long run.
Yeah.
It's called voice training.
Yeah. What's the fun in that? You got it on the fly.
There's a bit of a crash and bang echoing out from the town as well. Make a perception check as you're hearing this from within the building.
Everyone?
Yeah, if you want.
I mean, it shouldn't be pretty loud if they just crashed into the ground near the building.
All right, so sandstorm sounds like a lot of ruckus. Casimir, you're too focused on categorizing what type, how old, and strength and numbers. Belvin, it sounded as if something was crashing. Well, not really crashing, but like making a ruckus from within the stables. As if like banging around on a door or on the walls.
Definitely sounds like our ride's getting prepared. So, should be able to fit in a drink, maybe 2.
Say 3, but brother. Come on, we
Guys.
gotta act not nervous here. Let's do what we normally do.
Casimir's not gonna drink.
Even as you drink, you feel the effects of the alcohol are suppressed completely from the hero's feast.
So we can't get drunk.
Oh shit.
You can't be poisoned.
That's some Captain America
Poison.
shit.
Yeah. Shit.
It's alright though. Yeah, we can't get drunk, but we can't get poisoned as well, in case someone spiked our drinks.
Yeah, we can like make bets against people and try to drink more of them and win.
We don't plan on staying that long.
Skull.
We don't have to stay long if we just skull.
Pro
Yeah.
bod. Why even bother? Holy shit.
Too real, man.
Too real.
Just to blend in.
Okay. So as you guys sit at the table, what's your plan?
So we're just like at a table, no one else is with us?
The guy's gotten up and headed back to the bar. Looks like he's going to prepare some food. Basically, like cutting up some jerky just behind the bar.
I feel like we would not be hungry.
Oh no, you guys aren't. You guys do not feel.
That was only an hour ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not hungry.
You're
Ate
not.
enough food for 24 hours.
Whereabouts did the cultist guys go when? Because they come in as well, like 3 of them.
So they didn't come in. They just led you to the door and said, "Go in, have a seat. The captain will be with you shortly."
Yeah.
One of them split off into this building here, which looks like a chapel or shrine.
Okay. All right. We'll wait for a bit until it starts to feel like it's taking a little too long.
About 5 minutes goes past.
Is there such thing as a hawkroom?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, you can't have a flying beast yet.
Oh, it'd be perfect for this moment in the game.
Giant
Alright,
hawk.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I'm hoping that's an animal, or not something.
It's giant eagles.
It now has gone to the point where it's awkward. You guys have gone to the bottom of your drinks. About 10 minutes has rolled by.
Okay.
Okay, well,
I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
time to head off. Wisdom save.
At advantage,
Oh yeah,
Huh.
because the
because the hero's feast.
Oh, is that...
well at 12. Unless you want me to roll it
Saying
at
that's, like,
advantage.
it's not the worst.
Yeah, I wanted you to roll at advantage.
I'll re-roll
It's
it.
pretty bad. Hey, No, you can't.
It's up to Kai.
Hey, how you
Okay.
allowed that one?
All right, so yeah,
Oh, it's one of those ones. I see.
Belvin,
I think it's a good thing.
Belvin's gonna
Scrying.
get up and check outside. Because can we still hear like the banging crashing from the stables and stuff?
like it's kind of died down, but like you can hear a casual.
Okay. Yeah, Belvin's gonna go outside and check it out.
You see every time like the sounds go off of the crash, some like the people in the markets are kind of like close their eyes and like shudder and fear from it. They're like while others just feel like as if they're taking in a breath of fresh air. They're just like like it's music to their ears.
So those cultist guys aren't at the front anymore.
No.
Okay.
Wyverns. We shouldn't linger here.
We cannot waste too much time here. I will go see. Well, let's go see where they're at. Hopefully, we can get this process done as quick as possible.
Okay.
All right.
So where
So
to?
So we've all gone out now.
Yes.
We're tipsy, mate. We're
First-
10 now.
First place, probably want to check is that building that first guy went into.
Okay, so as you head on over, you see that this building has a small statue to what you understand is a obscure elven god. Angarada stands representing spring among a statue of gods representing other seasons as well. There's images and symbols of Chanti, what you think, which is the harvest god of summer in the and just basically the god of harvest in the human pantheon. There's also the god Myliki, which is the god of the elven god of autumn, where it is the god of rebirth the god of dwindling and the fall, basically, of nature. The door's pretty much closed in your face at this point.
Like, can we hear anyone inside?
I think Brad might be muted.
Make a perception check.
Yes, I was muted.
Oh no. What do you want to do?
5.
Well, yeah. First, like what Luke said, we want to see if there's actually.
Oh shit! Whoops! I didn't mean to do that one.
That's
That's 20
seven.
cents. First roll, guys.
Nah.
No. Sandstorm, with your hearing, Belvin, you're too distracted by the doors bursting open and seeing the man that you saw when you first entered basically come out, and his arms are basically like drenched in blood, and he's holding what looks like to be the remains of a goat's leg. As he kind of throws it on the ground and shakes the blood off his hands. Sandstorm, you see, you hear a few discussions going on inside of like subtle whispers, but you can't really make it out from where you are.
Okay.
And the man kind of looks at you as well, and then like puts his head back down, and he's like, as if he's like, oh, like he's just been called out.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so everyone's being suspicious, basically.
I'm just a
Yeah.
cat.
The guy who came out of the barn looked like he just got caught doing something bad by a superior.
Ah, okay. So he
So he was-
thinks Where's
He was
the
just like,
six?
he came out and was like, oh, fuck's oh, sorry, master, sorry, and like kind of put his head back down.
To us.
Yes.
Like, noticing that
Right.
you guys were there in your full cult
Oh
regalia.
shit! Yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right.
Oh, mate,
I
I'm
reckon.
talking to you, mate.
Gotta act the
I
part.
reckon-
Do 10 push-ups, mate.
Just, I reckon we knock on this door.
Who's there?
Right, so as you knock, there's a bit of a minute wait.
A
And
minute.
then that same guard that left before comes to the door and opens up the double doors. And as he opens up, he's just like, "Ah, impatient, I see."
We're on a tight schedule here. It's urgent that we leave at once.
I see, not a problem. Well, just take a rest by the well. Captain will be with you momentarily. And he closed the doors, smacked into your face.
These guys are being fucking rude. They need to be taught some fucking respect.
Make a perception check there, Sandstorm. All right. So you notice a couple things. As Casimir and Ikram and Belvin are all standing at this door, you move your head around. There's something uneasy in the air. You see shifting between some buildings. What looks to be people moving with purpose, figures moving between the least possible gaps they can. As you look around, you get this spine-tingling chill down your back, as if you've been in one of these positions before when you were with Master, with Limbo. Feeling of an ambush.
Yep.
Fuck.
I fucking knew it.
I'm just going to... as a group, we have code words. We all know this, right, guys?
Yeah.
We have code words from the start. So I do the code word turkey burger. And then everyone knows that means
It means we're the meat and they're the buns.
Yeah. And then we can all sort of get ready. We won't be so we won't actually be disadvantaged. That's what I'm hoping.
We're all like on guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the sound of turkey burger, you guys are now on guard.
So should we?
We should
perhaps
not just stand around
stand in the
here.
middle of an open area, basically.
Yeah, let's
Do we
See
know-
the man who stumbled out of the barn before, basically go to walk back on in to the stable, this time holding like a full goat leg ready, that looks recently cut.
I think let's go inspect
the
what we
barn?
came here to get.
Yeah, the wyverns.
Let's see if these wyverns are ready to
Can we
go
tell-
now.
When we're inside the barn,
Let's go up.
could we tell which direction the sound came from?
From where you are, no. It's more like something that like it hit the side of the foundations and the wall. So, like the.
Oh, like it hit the side of the building.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was really close.
Yeah, it was basically just over here.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
All right, let's
follow Captain
let's see if we
Suspicious into the barn.
yeah.
so as he begins to go in, he goes, "Oh, hello again."
Are you
Yes.
slacking off here, mate?
No, I'm feeding him as I should. And as he opens up the barn, you see within inside.
Yeah. Holy fuck. I just were they always on the roof there?
Now they're inside.
They're-
the
they're
building.
inside.
the building.
Oh crap, I was just like
We're on the road.
You see within,
Oh shit!
harnessed reined. Look up. Basically, you're all hooked up to be mounts with saddles on their upper backs. You see 3 wyverns. All of their they have a chain around their neck, hooked into the wall. And thanks for the follow there, Dom. Appreciate that. Ed, Mr. Skiller Dude, thank you. So you see these 3 wyverns. Each of them chains around the neck. And one of them, well, basically 2 of them, look like they're kind of nipping at a goat leg together, like the remains of flesh. And the other one's like staring at you all through the doorway, waiting patiently, just like.
Oh, there's 3 of them. There's 3 of us. Well, there's 4, but
3 plus Ikram.
yeah.
You see that these creatures.
Oh, hi guys.
Oh, hey, man.
Ah, he got it.
Speak of the devil,
Oh shit,
and
we're
he
just
shall
about to leave about
appear.
him.
And as
Oh, hi, Mark.
That was actually freaky timing.
Ikram, you see walking into this barn 3 large wyverns, all of them with saddles, reins.
3 large what?
Wyverns.
3 large wyverns, like dragons with arms, like with winged arms, not like
That's a-
arm legs and extra wing, like Game of Thrones style dragon.
They're wyverns.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have 4 like legs like a dragon and then wings. They have 2 legs and then wings and arms in the same.
Oh,
limb.
gotcha.
I never knew that much detail.
Mate, don't you know your basic mythology? Seriously,
Sorry.
didn't you learn that in school? I guess not.
Oh, no.
I got nothing to say to that. Sorry.
Make a nature check.
You're Casimir. What can I say? You know.
Was that me?
Yes, please.
Because 9 divided by 3 is 3.
You see that? You
Thanks.
think, even though there's only 3 there, you're like, yeah, they could be large enough to be ridden. But maybe 2 people could ride them, maybe.
You see our dilemma when you came back at this exact moment, Rob?
What?
Dilemma. You came back at exact this moment. We literally just said there's 3 of them and there's 4 of us. But you know what that means? And then you popped in. It's like, God damn it.
We summoned Ikram.
He can defend himself
Accidentally.
now.
As you see the man, he's just like holding the leg, and he's like, they are. This is their second breakfast. They are fed. Is there anything? Just to keep it. Is there anything you'd like with them?
Just if they're ready to go.
How long until they're
Oh.
ready for travel?
Oh, absolutely, straight away. They just need to be unchained, and of course you have to approach them properly.
We have 4 riders. Is this okay?
I mean, I guess you could, like, one will have to ride with another.
I reckon Ikram and Casimir.
I know. Because they're like the lightest too, I think.
And they also can hold on and go,
Ow.
yeah, daddy.
I think
Daddy.
Casimir's
Well,
pretty
Belvin's
light.
the biggest
Yeah,
by
Belvin-
far.
Belvin's
thought
massive.
Sandstorm
I
would be
think
the
Sandstorm would be the lightest.
Are
being
you
a female.
sure though?
Sandstorm's
Yeah.
really tall.
I'm quite tall.
Yeah,
I'm the
but he's
tallest.
like he's very lean.
How tall are you?
I do have the lightest armor.
Yeah.
I am. Let me check my data sheet.
My armor's lighter because I have no armor.
I keep forgetting to write it down.
You two are sounding like the lightest I'm gathering from this.
Yeah, but I want to ride.
I think
a woman
Casimir
with
is
me
the
dad.
lightest. I assume you're the lightest, Casimir.
Yeah, he would be for sure. Because he doesn't have to carry anything. He's got everything
I'm
stored
not
in his
sure
cube.
about Ikram. I'm not really sure about you.
I'm 6 foot. And I'm made out of
Probably.
pure muscle.
'Cause I-
What's your strength score, mate?
Actually, no, I'll just turn into Bearcrim and just end this argument.
You definitely have a dad bod.
Yeah,
or the elk. Even bigger.
Dad Krim has a dad bod.
I think I'm like 6 foot, like 7 or 8 or something.
How about we just flip a coin? Actually,
Oh, yeah.
roll a d20, and whoever
Yeah.
rolls the two lowest rolls will be the ones who roll.
Yeah, okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, nah.
Let's do it. That sounds good. Let's do
That
it.
works. Everyone roll d20.
Oh,
you go.
Oh, wait.
See
Why
who's
did
gonna be fucked up.
no,
After
no.
you.
I knew.
Oh my
Moment of truth,
Oh,
guys.
come on, guys. See if you can beat that.
Oh, fuck.
But can Belvin beat that? Oh, he can.
He did. Alright, so
Looks like best buddies,
Come here.
Casimir and Sandstorm. Let's go together.
Shit.
god. We're about to become best friends.
Oh,
Sandstorm and
Oh,
Ikram.
actually, fuck! I can't believe the me and
Ikram
Ikram have to,
Sandstorm.
oh, we don't even really know each other.
That's
do
so
we?
funny because you guys were like, yeah, let's do this. You bastards.
Ikram
Oh,
and
those
Sandstorm
rolls.
are going to be flying together.
Flight buddies.
Well, I guess we're gonna get to know each other a bit better now.
So
Intimately.
this stable hand goes up to the one waiting for food and puts it in front of it, then goes up beside each and every one and undoes the pins and latches to the chain, so the metal collar is still around their neck, which is also a part of the rigging and harness itself that attaches onto the onto the saddle and reins. And he just says, "You got to approach them from the side. Take great care. And then once you're on and I strap you in, I can lead you out. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Praise to you, Matt. Praise to you, Matt." Like he kind of panics in a way, like as if he goes, "Oh, thank you." Like he's like lets out a sigh of relief.
Are we in our cultist robes yet or anything?
Yeah.
Yep.
Make
You're
it up,
holding
mate.
the banner.
I'm what?
Holding
Holding
the
the
banner.
banner.
You didn't object, so you got
Oh,
the
this
banner.
is actually perfect. So I'm gonna be like doing it, and you're gonna be at the back and just holding
You're
on,
like,
going.
Fuck.
I can't believe of all the rolls we got two.
It
Like,
was
come
perfect. I can't believe I didn't lose.
on. Like you went first as well, so it's like the Olympics at the moment where
The
someone does
perfect
like
story.
you think for sure like something's gonna happen, and all of a sudden
All right.
We just
So-
definitely knew that Belvin was going to be by himself.
Yep.
it was just like boom.
Didn't need to roll.
You're tank.
definitely-
You're definitely going to be riding solo.
All right. So pick your wyverns.
I want the fastest one.
Just
I'm gonna
whichever one.
We want the biggest one.
I'm gonna do a nature check and fail it.
They all look pretty
Oh,
similar.
shit.
You're not really versed on dragons.
All right,
Okay.
I pick this one.
Okay. So I need you to make a animal handling check as you go up to it.
I pick this one.
God.
As the dragon, as you approach the wyvern, its head reels up and its wings fly back, and it's like in a scared motion. You can see fear within its eyes as it like takes a breath of your scent, and it just like reels up and goes. You see its stinger pop up over its head, and the guy struggles to go like whoa, 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 as the dragon takes a reel up, as it's basically like looks like a scared animal in a corner, rearing up away
What?
from it.
It's just a banner. Do I?
And-
I don't know. Can I try again or?
The man looks at you and says, "I don't think this one wants to be ridden by you."
Oh no.
It's like picking the perfect wand in Harry Potter.
The one
Can
chooses the
can
wizard.
Belvin try that one then?
Absolutely. Make a. Let me check something real quick.
What happens if we all just fail our rolls? Do we just not be able to ride them? It's like, well, we need a new Uber.
I can't. Of all the people though, like, come on, Ikram.
Yeah, you're the animal guy.
You are the +5. Well, I guess you did get a 1, but it's just like looks ridiculous.
All
But
right.
now I'm stuck. Maybe it's because
Delvin?
like I don't want to fly these dragons, like subconsciously, because I'm having to share.
Melvin, because
Yeah,
of your
but-
draconic, you can speak to You get the sense of the dragon, especially if you hear the kind of draconic voice from within the shield say, basically tell you, lesser dragons, you can conquer these beasts. As you can make your check at advantage.
Okay. My hands
You
are a
want-
little bit full right
Yeah.
now.
I
If
got
could do
you.
that
I
for
got
us,
you. I got you.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it. It's so cute. That's that nice chilled little kitten.
It's all tucked
Yeah, I thought
out.
I thought he'd jump off straight away. So.
Nice.
You should get him like Day 9's cat. One of his cat literally just goes around his neck and just sleeps like
On
that.
the- like a
On-
neck pillow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you like my
stream.
accessory?
It's so good. It's like on stream playing a game. It's just like.
How do you like it when I wear you?
Oh.
You must train it to be a
As
scout.
okay, so as Ikram walks away and you come over to this dragon that looks petrified and like scared, you raise your hand up and the dragon just turns to you and plants itself back down in a more passive stance. Its head kind of snakes in towards you and rubs up against your palm with its snout. It then allows you to jump onto its back as you then strap your legs in and grasp the reins. As Belvin sits mighty on a wyvern.
The
What
hell
level
we
can I
gonna-
turn into a flying creature?
Next level.
By the
way,
way, just level
Level
now.
up to
We did
no,
level
we
up.
actually just leveled up to 7. So at level
Oh, really?
8, you can you can
Okay.
do that.
Be bird.
So
Can
how
I
do we
just level?
Ikram, you could transform into a small animal and it'd be a lot easier.
Get into his pocket.
I think let's just quickly get onto these wyverns and
How are we going to do
Make
this?
our leave.
Ikram? We're just going to hold on to each
Can
other.
Kaz get into his?
You can do the roll if you like.
Make a animal handling check.
Okay.
Would Kaz have any sort of advantage because he studied dragons?
Make a line.
A
One
line?
sec.
Like a Coke
So-
line? I was like, here, mate, have this. That'll get you hyped up.
Nice, mate.
give it some catnip.
You got your credit card ready?
All right, Sandstorm, with yours as well. You take the nimble approach. You step on up onto the the small walls that separate these creatures. You kind of nimbly crawl up around it, and then jump onto the creature's back. The creature like kind of notices it for a bit, but then just is placid. Casimir, you can make it an advantage because you're draconic as well. If you can speak to it.
Animal handling?
Yes.
Can I speak
Still
hi
bad.
to it at least?
Ugh, 12.
I should know hi and stuff.
There's a bit of resistance from it, but you are able, after the help of the stable hand, to bring you up.
Now it's just Ikram
Now
to
just
redeem himself.
Ikram.
Come on, Ikram, jump on, mate.
You can do
Um,
it.
Okay, I'll just do another handling check. Yeah, that's good enough, right?
I just succeeded.
Luke
with
got
a
on
12.
with that.
As you approach the one Sandstorm's on, you are able to meagerly get up on it.
That's a
Ah,
struggle.
animals, not my strong point.
Oh, the one guy is struggling.
Sorry, mate, you'd be good at animal handling after your trip with Sandstorm.
Yeah. You motherfucker. I'll time you out now.
Sorry, is that handling or fondling?
Can't time me out if I time you out.
Race. I wonder if we could do that actually.
Don't try it, please.
So,
Alright.
Delvin, the guy leads. You don't even need the guy's lead. You lead the dragon outside by yourself. As you lead the dragon out, it flares its wings, and as you look around, you see a number of guards and what looks to be black sect cult of the dragons warriors. Multiple guards all encroaching on the barn. As you look around, you see a few of them like gasp, being like, "Stop them!" And like two of them raise up spears and throw.
Suckers.
You can make a animal handling check as like you're like shit, and try to get this creature to take flight.
Come on.
And well, I mean, and at that stage, I just like look back. It's just like, we need to leave now.
Oh shit! Help me, Ikram. I need help,
No, no.
Ikram.
No,
He was talking
that was
about
for me.
I wrap
That was for
I
me,
wrap my arms
Sandstorm.
around you
That was for me.
from behind.
I'm going though. I'm going.
You're not out of the barn yet.
Yeah.
I'm going.
All right. So,
Going.
all right.
Yes.
So,
Ikram, yes.
Sandstorm and Ikram.
We're
You
doing
know
it together.
Casimir, you hear Belvin say in Draconic, perfect old Draconic, fly. As the dragon then just reels, and then in one big flap, flies up into the air, and then just takes flight. Sandstorm coming out. I need you, Sandstorm coming out. Move on with your dragon out of the place. It's a kind of like wiry as it's moving out, kind of bobbing side to side like that. I need you to make an animal handling check as you see these members of the cult begin to encroach around you.
Who's that?
The members of the cult and the guard.
Who had to make the check?
Sandstorm. Sandstorm's riding it.
Do we do another one?
Oh, Ikram did the check. I thought.
Yeah,
thought-
the
Oh,
first one didn't.
Robbie
The first one
was
didn't count.
struggling,
I was struggling. I got Ikram to
No,
hold
the
my
first one
hands
didn't
and
count
always
because you
like-
weren't
and he-
out
he
yet.
grabbed
and
me.
I rolled a 22. It was a
Couldn't we
majestic.
fly out?
It was a mad bonding moment.
Yeah, if you want to try just fly out of the barn, you can make a.
Because what Ikram
Make a
did,
check.
he got the 22. What he did, he held onto my arms and he's like, "This is how you do it."
And I like had my arms around him. And I was,
Yeah, he's
No.
like holding Sandstorm's hands in his own, just like, no, like this, gentle.
It's like the moment in Ghost. Was it Ghost
gotta-
or something? With the,
Yeah.
oh, with the
As Ikram takes control of the rein, he's just like gentle, and like at that the dragon like kind of like kicks out and kind of runs out, and its front legs kind of snaking forward. Its winged arms not touching the ground, but looks like they're about to ready themselves for a powerful flap. As soon as it reaches the door, it just and you see its claws just dig into the building adjacent from the door, and then kick off that building and fly up into the air.
Yeah.
yeah, we did.
We just had a moment. Now we're a lot closer for that. Had a bonding moment.
Ikram
Casimir.
really knew how to do some animal handling.
Yeah. When it really counted, you did it.
Can I,
As-
Didn't say which. Oh, I'm not going to say it.
can I just cast a spell as I come out of the door?
Absolutely. 3 spears come flying towards you. One sinks into your dragon.
If I cast
As it
shield, could it
cries in
protect the
pain.
dragon as well? The weapon?
Is it self only shield?
I think so.
Self only, then no.
Oh my god. I'm gonna fireball these fucks. How dare they interrupt?
So as your dragon takes some damage, it's just going to be a decent. Ooh.
It's 20-foot radius, I think.
Yeah. So
So it's gonna be like 20 foot. 20 foot, yeah. So I think it'll catch most of these guys.
all right. As the
Yeah, all of
fiery
this.
explosion goes off. Okay, you see one of them, the closest to the inferno, is incinerated completely. Another one over here drops dead from flames. The other two, the rest of them, seem to manage to snuff out most of the fire as they duck and weave out of the way, but are still singed and burned from it. With that, you've gained enough time to take flight. Make an animal handling check. Straight animal handling as your dragon is a little bit. It's like a real reactive now that it's been injured, and it's just like a little mad.
11.
It takes a couple of seconds to get the dragon back under control, but you do. But it doesn't take flight.
Ikram, you need help.
You really want us to fail these checks, don't you, Carl?
Well, you're not getting that high.
Do you want me to use in that one?
Nope.
Yeah, this is really the worst time to get that one. Cause
What
If
a
you use a
dick.
nat 1,
See-
can I use a nat 20 to cancel it out?
I
You
don't
have to
think-
declare it first.
I think we took that out of the rules. Because
You
then
then
it's just like worthless, remember?
You then see
Are the
Yeah.
dragons deemed as humanoids?
no.
Oh.
The dragons.
No.
I had an idea. It could have been.
They
I think what's his name is?
Dragon
At this
balls
point-
are-
At this point, the rest of you are probably about 80, 90 feet up in the air at this point, flying up at speed.
Can I use a suggestion on the wyvern? Follow your friends. The other wyverns.
Or I'll kill you.
You see the dragon turn its head towards you and go, and then just bats up into the air as quick as possible and takes off. As the dragon goes to take off, these two guards come up and approach it with their spears, with their short swords, and slash into air as your dragon takes flight, flapping and belting through the air as you catch up with the rest of your friends as you ascend into the cloud. Belvin, you retrieve a ping in your brain. You hear Talus's voice again, and you hear southeast towards the mountains. Castle chase. Go.
Alright. Once I notice that everyone else is pretty much near us, I'm just gonna yell out to them. Southeast. Is the way we must go. Towards the mountain.
Let's fly.
Who would win? 3 speedy wyverns or 1 big stony boy? It's a race.
There's
Chad.
also
Let's go.
Delvin. There's also this pressure in the back of your mind, as if you know directly where it is. Directly. And you get that innate sense of a beeline as you guys fly through.
I will take the
clouds.
lead.
As you guys are all flying through the air. You guys are all flying through the air on your wyverns, beating up through the clouds as the mountains and forests and town just disappears from underneath you. You ascend up into the clouds, fly off within the hour. And as you break through a layer of thick, white, pluming clouds, you see, off in the distance, very far away, a very brief shape of some white silhouette flying through clouds. And then in circles, one large one. As you appear closer, you see poking out from one of the clouds, at the highest point, what seems to be a castle battlements. The top of a castle keep.
Oh shit.
So yeah, as you begin to approach, it is huge. Incredibly huge. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Oh, damn. Wonder how many episodes this next part would
We
take.
won the castle race.
Yeah. I can't believe we got on this. This is awesome. We got the wire and just got out of there. It took a bit of effort to get on the damn thing.
Took so much effort.
Apart from Belvin. Belvin's just like, yep, boom, gone.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
But I had extra.
Because I had a dragon on my side.
The shield.
No, literally the kitty
No,
cat.
literally.
Oh, yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
So you had
Yeah.
2 dragons
Well-
on your side.
Two dragons. Yeah.
Multiple.
But yeah, thank you very much for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This was a wonderful session. Thank you everyone for tuning in, for the follows. all those who decided to subscribe as well and help donate to the cause. I'd just like to thank my players, and a big special thank you to Jess, who played Talus tonight. You can find her Twitter at Dink. I'll send it in the chat. But if you enjoyed tonight's session, feel free to join our Discord. It's just below in the information. We also do a few games here and there streaming. But yeah, let's go around our cast tonight and ask what they thought of tonight. Starting with Casimir.
Ooh.
Long lost and lovers reunited.
Get to ride some spiky dragons. That's cool. Oh, so suspicious about Talus. So suspicious. Just been gone for 8 years. You know, part of the cult now. It's like, yeah. I get
Higher up.
I get that she's the sister of Belvin and Sandstorm, but it's like, there's no way Casimir can trust her. Not a chance. Knowing like what the cult does.
Yeah.
But Casimir totally had a thing for her back in the day, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, he
But then-
did.
Well,
That's right.
That
After
was
Sandstorm
years
lied
ago.
to him.
And
Yeah.
and he got cursed, so his personality changed. Basically did a 180.
If anything, she's not the only one that changed in 8 years.
Yeah. Casimir
Um,
did change. No, I'm just saying. Like, Casimir wouldn't trust her. There's no way. So
Yeah.
maybe she can prove herself. Who knows?
We'll find out next time on Dragon Brew. Till then, Belvin, sisters.
Yeah, that just blew my mind.
What did you say? Tell us.
Like, I just did not expect that to happen.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a totally...
And I kind of like, I didn't click either.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I just thought, like, Talus's thing, because once I found out that she was meant to be alive, it was going to be a totally unrelated type thing. But nope,
Why do you think
Boom.
she was North?
bombshell. I know now. It's all clicked now, but wouldn't have thought it at the beginning. So that was just amazing. So kudos to you guys, and
And
Jess for
Yeah.
Wonderful.
playing
Shout out to
Talus. You did
Jess.
amazingly, definitely.
Now set
our
a standard
first
for a
guest.
guest. So
Our
Our first
guest.
guest. Our first best guest. First in, best guest.
Ah,
Now ranked number one guest at the moment. So only way is to go down now.
Downhill from here. So, the adopted brother. What do you think of tonight? How did it feel to get cradled by
I
Ikram?
feel I'm closer to. I'm pretty close to Belvin. I'm pretty close to Casimir, and I got a bit more closer to Ikram today. I got the touch of his skin against mine, and we handled that animal together, and I'm better off for it.
Oh, good.
yeah,
do you,
we're alive.
How do you feel about having a
and-
second adoptive father?
And it's a great way to stay in shape.
So now I think we're gonna have some good chats on this dragon. And
Could you imagine how awkward it'd be if we got off the dragon and then we just go up to Casimir and just be like, "So he's your dad now?"
Are you guys gonna have a gay marriage or something?
A marriage.
Well, they're both male.
But yeah. So that was Ikram. How'd you feel today?
Yeah, it was a very intimate session. I am also sus on Talius. Did I pronounce the name wrong?
Tell us.
Talus.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, especially you and your ants in the pants playing.
Yeah, that was definitely
could have been the best plan.
the strongest plan. Yeah, for sure. And a little bummed that I didn't get to do an elk charge.
Elkram is
But,
being saved.
You know, whatever.
Gotta find the right moment.
You really do.
You know, whatever makes the team happy, I guess.
Whatever makes Ikram happy.
mate.
Exactly. You do what Ikram. What do you think Ikram would do?
Yeah.
I mean,
Imagine what would have happened.
Leroy
If,
Jenkins the shit.
imagine what would have happened if you guys just went, nah, fight time.
Yeah,
How would you feel
that-
fighting your own sister?
I probably wouldn't.
What if she was killing us?
I'd be pretty conflicted.
Remember,
would you?
that, but, remember the wise words from Belvin? How you told me to kill my master.
Yeah.
Since it was
They're
a
a different.
demon.
They're a different person now. Hey, mate. Demons take many forms.
In the end of the day, it's the same thing.
Demons take
Yes.
many forms.
Oh, look at you, Luke. Wise man.
Yeah.
Ikram was
wise
missing
man.
for a while.
Yeah, you went. Yeah,
Like I said, pretty much what Sandstorm did. You know how it was. You couldn't really do anything at the start. That's where it'd be like frozen to contemplate what's actually happened, if it happened, which didn't. So
I don't know. It would have been kind of cool to, like, if I did charge her and then just see what happens.
Knock her out the window, she falls to her death.
I was hoping you did. I was hoping you guys went out of the line. Oh my god.
I was actually thought it would have been cool if she like used that spell and dispersed the wall, and then just as soon as she dispersed it, I just charged through and just be like,
Oh man.
yeah,
If that happened, if that happened, holy shit. Holy shit.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, surprise indeed.
Carl's basically implying that we would be fucked.
Ikram would be.
Would he
Maybe.
go?
Yeah. He'd be much fucked. But yeah. It's very wonderful to have everyone with us tonight. We'll be playing again next Wednesday as we get back to our regularly scheduled program of Dragon's Brew D&D. Until then, guys, tell us, where can we follow you at? Do you guys do anything else with your time? Throw in a social.
Robbie.
Hey, okay.
That's you, Robbie. Yeah.
You guys got socials. I'll do the Twitters. We all got Twitters.
You can usually find me at home.
On the couch.
There's all our Twitters. I also have a individual stream where you can find me at Joygasm. I play a variety of games. At the moment is Monster Hunter and Stardew Valley. And everyone Twitter's there.
Excellent. Anybody else
Thanks,
want to
mate.
drop in stuff? No?
You can catch us in our Discord if you would like to just chat with us or give us feedback.
What do you play Monster
I
Hunter?
really appreciate feedback because I got to work on the
The
stream.
PS4.
So ideas are awesome.
Yeah, right.
You should get it so we can all play together.
You want
yeah,
to get a PS4.
I'm contemplating getting
Shuggy
Monster Hunter.
and Dragons and Cats, we are looking to have a stream of that at the end of the week. Hopefully.
Yes. Hopefully so. Hopefully. It will be
How I don't-
fantastic. Probably
I-
Saturday.
Yeah, we'll see what we're doing.
Probably someone might be monster hunting right after this. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you again next week. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Till then, keep rolling 20s. See you later.
There you go.
Goodbye.
Not all.